Excited that I get to start the morning with you. It means I got my dose of good energy, so I'm going to get fueled up this morning, but I don't know about you, Mzansi, because you got two of us, so that means double the dose coming at you this morning. And let me tell you, there is so much to talk about because we have such an exciting lineup to kickstart your day with some feel-good vibes. We've got some inspiration. We've got everything around the corner of the country, too.
Oh, I like that. Well, listen, Mzansi, speaking of, from the racetrack to the runway, we're vroom, vroom, revving it up with a recap of the 20 young South African dancers, a national stage to actually shine their light. Isn't that beautiful?
This is more than beautiful. This is what it's all about. And this is Monday on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And it doesn't even stop there because this young lady, Carissa, took us shopping at Woolies. And that was with her autumn-winter 2025 must-haves. It's obviously bringing cozy chic. I'm expecting fashion straight from everywhere. What was the inspiration for this? Was it just the season change?
I am telling you right now, the season is changing, which means that there's an excuse to actually go shopping.
Layers.
And I was spoiled for choice. I do love a layer, especially in winter. So I thought I would just take the lead today, and I told them to also dress you up. So, Raul, it's a pleasure.
Listen, we're showing up this morning, Mzansi. We're ready for you, and I hope you're ready as well, because, listen, there's so much to talk about. We've got entertainment in the form of Jason Oorstays, and he's here all the way through from global stages back on our shores, back on our studio doors, and back to serve you, Mzansi. So we've got a lot to talk about, even when it comes to food. So, Monday has never been better. But before we do anything, let's have a conversation and make it a two-way, because we want to hear from you this morning whenever it comes to anything inspirational. So this morning, we have a question for you. Are your kids dreaming of careers that didn't even exist when you were younger? Now, this is a very loaded question, and I know there's some answers here. So the question is, what's on your dream job list? And if you can come through and let us know via our voice notes, the number's 063 036 9649. Don't forget to use the hashtag Expresso Show. Yes, that is our new number if you're not recognizing it. So let me repeat it, 063 036 9649. And again, the question, what exists in the world of careers these days? Because this world has been changing. I bet you didn't even know what is happening right now could even happen. And that's what we want to hear. We want to be inspired by careers. We want to be inspired by some crazy things that your kids are doing. I know for me, I didn't have any dreams. I just wanted to be Michael Jackson for some reason. That's all I was ever inspired by. The king of pop. And maybe in some crazy way I've done something like that on the front end, but maybe I've got a bigger picture for you guys, and that's to serve in bigger ways, just like MJ might have done. But listen, it's not about me. It's about you. It's about your kids and the careers that you thought didn't exist, but they are about to go down in this world right now. I know it's crazy, but let's talk about it, Mzansi. For now, though, before you even give us the answers, we're going to give you answers in the form of official duties, and Chris is standing by with the latest.
Oh, thank you, MJ. 3 minutes after 6 o'clock. Let's get into your national news headlines first. And we get started here, where Chief Legal Officer of Debt Rescue SA, Annelien van der Poel, says struggling South Africans are increasingly cutting back on groceries just to afford electricity. Now, a new survey shows many households are choosing to stay powered up at the expense of food. This comes as Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana is expected to make an official announcement on the 0.5 percentage point increase in VAT this week. Now, Action SA's Herman Mashaba says the minister is considering the alternative proposal, which could contribute 110 billion rand to the state coffers. In other national news, and heading to the mother city, where Cape Town is creating a new safety network by merging traffic services, law enforcement and Metro Police into one force. Launching in October 2025, the plan aims to improve public safety and also streamline operations. Over 1,000 officers are already being trained for their expanded roles. According to Alderman J.P. Smith, Mayoral Committee Member for Safety and Security, this efficient makeover will enhance service without extra costs. Now, the new force will operate under the Metro Police name and promises stronger, smarter protection for all residents. Taking a look further afield at your international news-making headlines, where Tanzania's main opposition party, Chadema, has been barred from October's general elections after allegedly missing a code of conduct deadline. Its leader, Tundu Lissu, was recently charged with treason following a rally calling for electoral reforms. Now, officials say the ban extends to all by-elections until 2030. Chadema had refused to sign the code as a protest move. Meanwhile, concerns grow over President Samia Suluhu Hassan's tightening grip, with critics citing arrests, abductions, and a clampdown on political freedoms. Meanwhile, in a surprise reversal, President Donald Trump has exempted smartphones, computers, chips and other electronics from steep new tariffs on Chinese imports. The policy shift offers major relief for tech giants like Apple, Amazon and Meta, whose products rely heavily on Chinese manufacturing. The analysts call it a, quote, dream scenario for tech investors and their billionaire CEOs who notably supported Trump's campaign. Now, Trump's tariffs remain volatile, with sweeping changes announced weekly. While some tariffs stay, others are paused, leaving economists concerned that such unpredictability could still spark a U.S. recession. And we close up with this one, where South Africa's Jordy Smith is riding high over the El Salvador Pro this weekend. Now, in a thrilling final, he beat fellow South African Matthew McIlvray with style as well as skill. For years, Jordy was the golden boy of Golden's global surfing, the poster child for power and precision on a board. While injuries and time nudged him from the spotlight, he's just reminded that legends don't fade. They return with fire. Now, Jordy dedicated his emotional victory to his father and his wife. Oh, what a wave, what a win, what a comeback. Congratulations to Jordy from your Expresso fam. Really excited to hopefully have you in studio very soon. Well, speaking about sports, let's head into the world of sports. Here's Ryle with the latest.
Oh, legendary stuff. We'll touch on that story once again because we have to celebrate it. But for now, though, let's start off with the sporting fronts on the golf world. And Rory McIlroy ended his 11-year major drought in dramatic fashion, clinching the Masters and completing the career Grand Slam. And that's with a playoff win over Justin Rose. Now, the world number 2 sank a clutch birdie putt on the first extra hole, joining golf legends like Nicklaus and Woods in the elite all-majors club. Well, from golf we move to football, and Harvey Barnes struck twice, and that was to lead Newcastle to a 4-1 win over a struggling Manchester United. And that was lifting the Magpies into 4th place. Now, with manager Eddie Howe absent due to illness, assistants Tyndall and Jones oversaw the rout, and capped by goals from Tonali and Gumiarias. Now, United's slump continues, now 4 games winless and facing their worst Premier League season on record. Well, interesting stuff as we carry on with the headlines and move to F1 action as Oscar Piastri stormed to a victory. And that was at the Bahrain Grand Prix, securing McLaren's first ever win in Sakir. Now, the Aussie held off George Russell, with teammate Lando Norris completing the podium. And it was a tough outing, which saw Max Verstappen finish in 6th. Now, Norris now tops the standings with 77 points, while Piastri jumps to 2nd ahead of the Jeddah showdown. And yes, you heard it correctly, Jordy Smith claimed his first World Tour win in 8 years, defeating fellow South African Olympian Matthew McIlvray. And that was in the Surf City El Salvador Pro Final. Now, posting a 14.26 total, Smith dominated in improved conditions to jump to 5th in the rankings. And with 4 events down, surfers now head to Australia before the mid-season cut and the Fiji Finals showdown. Definitely celebrating all things South African, and it's so great to see us do things across the globe. For now, though, let's see what's happening back on our shores when it comes to the world of weather. And here's Carissa with the latest.
Well, thank you, Raul. Let's get into your first bit of weather news for this morning, Expresso fam, where a yellow level 2 weather warning has been issued for severe thunderstorms over southern Mpumalanga Lowveld, bringing heavy downpours, gusty winds, lightning and localized flooding. Now, extremely high fire danger conditions are expected in Richardsveld, Northern Cape. Meanwhile, the outflow of Bloemhof Dam in the northwest has slightly decreased, though it's still over 100% full capacity. The Vaal Dam remains over 114% full, with sluices open. Now, Minister Phemi Mojadina has urged residents near the Bloemhof floodline to evacuate, warning of possible further releases due to high inflows from catchment areas. Before we move on, we've got to check in with that sunrise view of the OW and PMB stand up, because Carol had sent this beautiful image through, just representing you in the absolute best way. I love the fact that the sky has got all the different hues, from the orange into the beautiful blue and white coming through from the clouds. Definitely a work of art right there, Carol. Thank you so much. And on your side of town, you can expect a 24-degree high this morning. And let's check in with the rest of the country as you continue snapping your morning away. and take down our new WhatsApp number on 063-036-9649. We look forward to seeing your pictures as we head into your temps for the day.
Good out there. P&B, by the way. What a picture.
What a picture. Carol, you deserve a round of applause.
Touche,
Carol,
touche.
come on. Beautiful stuff, man. Well, listen, this weekend has passed, and yes, it is Monday. We're looking forward to a beautiful week ahead. But I just want to touch base with you and find out what you got caught up with, what you did. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it was a jam-packed one.
Yeah,
Any highlights for you?
It was a goodie for me, man, and it was such a wholesome weekend. I had my family down. I got my sister down from Joburg with the kids.
Wow.
So I got to be like a future parent and spend some time with the niece and nephew. It was incredible. But look at this. This is even more special. This was my ma's 95th birthday yesterday. Her favorite color is purple, and that's why we're wearing it all there.
Ma.
95 years. This woman has done such incredible things. She's still so witty, still so sharp, and ever so beautiful. And that's the rest of my family. But even more special was, like I said, my sister was down with her kids and her husband. And it's rare to have all of us together in the same occasion. So that's some of my absolute beautiful family. Shout out to Ma. 95 years. You are amazing. And I know she's probably watching this morning with everybody out at the home. So morning, Ma. I love you. And thank you for yesterday. It was absolutely special. And I also got to surf with the kids. So that was cool. Got to show them some of the Cape Town adventures. They're from Joburg. So,
they don't know anything.
They don't even know. And this was so special. My first wave with my niece and nephew.
Look at them
This is their third time surfing. And they're already catching waves. They are naturals. They are made for Cape Town. They're made for the adventure. We got to snorkel with them as well and do so many fun things. So it was a full-on shaka weekend. I absolutely loved it. The waves were just playing as well in our favor on Friday. So, so good. So it was a beautiful weekend.
Yeah.
Soul is full. What about yours?
First of all, happy birthday, Ma. Oh my goodness, 95 is beautiful. And I hope that you enjoyed your purple, beautiful blessing in your life.
Oh, she is.
On my side, I had a great time. So I think I just got kick-started on Friday saying, I need to eat some good food. So I went out and had the most delicious fish burger of my life at this place called Egghead out in Bree Street. It was absolutely insane.
How was it?
Amazing. Like, I have never tasted fish this good in my life. Then I had a couple of, sips of good stuff. And, it was a Friday. You got to enjoy your life. And that kind of put me off because then I was only awake on Sunday. I said, I'm so sorry. I was recovering the whole weekend, but it also gave me an opportunity to, chill and stream some things online. I've been rewatching this incredible series called Unseen. It's a South African,
so cool.
South
Did you finish
African,
it?
beautiful. Finished season 1. Got a sneak peek into season 2 as well, which is incredible.
Listen, that was Saturday with all the rain and stuff, right? And
it was the
crazy
perfect weather to stay indoors.
Absolutely, well played.
I'm telling you. And then yesterday I had to end off because it was a full moon, and I just took a walk with my man on the harbour. We just had a fantastic time, enjoying our lives together as a fiancéed up couple. I
was wondering what that feeling was in the air. There was definitely love in the air yesterday.
It was did you feel it?
I felt that. Yeah, I got that. Okay, thank you for sending this off to the rest of Cape Town because we definitely appreciate that. But this is beautiful. This is Cork Bay.
This is Cork Bay. It's one of my favorite places. Now that I've moved to this side of the world, I've just been exploring every corner.
South side is really where the magic's at, but we're not going to mention that so that people don't hear. Keep it a secret. Keep it a secret.
Gatekeep it.
Listen, we're not going to keep anything else a secret on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. From beautiful weekends to a beautiful Monday, we're going to do just that, especially with a lot of action that happened this weekend when we talk about the Bahrain F1. And we've got a specialista coming through to chat just about that. And I know you want to find out the good stuff. So we're going to bring you that conversation in just a bit.
Absolutely. And then on the entertainment front, we definitely have that box ticked. We have some dancers. I've been seeing them around since I arrived this morning, and they are ready for you. The rising stars of South Africa. Get ready to dance, get ready to move, and have a beautiful start to your Monday. We'll see you now.
See you soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on Monday. And let me say morning to all our racing fans out there, because listen, the Bahrain Grand Prix delivered high-octane drama as Oscar Piastri secured McLaren's maiden victory at Sakir, as well as strategic master strokes, which were unexpected. There were some setbacks, but let's dive into the thrilling highlights that shook up the championship standings overnight. And none other than Delucia Daniels is here, our Good Hope of FM producer and F1 enthusiast, joining us in studio to unpack last night's race. And pretty much like family right now, after the week we've had, you can stay, and especially after this weekend, you called it.
I did call
Oscar
it.
Piastri. I don't know if you're happy about this, but I'm so stoked for this youngster. What an incredible performance, right?
Honestly, for me, it was so invigorating to see him pull off a fantastic qualifying session on Saturday, take that energy and have a great race on Sunday. 15-second finish ahead of George Russell. Like, can you have it any better than that? And for me, it just also proves that McLaren really need to start investing in Oscar. Like, he was in control of the entire race. And I'm glad that the McLaren team has gotten behind him, because it also shows he has World Championship material.
He does. I mean, it was absolute smooth sailing if you take this weekend into account. And smooth sailing for McLaren as well. I've
Yeah.
never seen them with such good energy. You can literally like feel it as you're watching the race. It looks like they're making all the right. They're slowly finding their form. I don't know what you think of the race for them this weekend.
This weekend, not so much. I think that when you look at what happened with Max, he was struggling already in practice and then in qualifying, saying my brakes just aren't working. Now, going into a track where there are incredibly heavy braking zone, it makes it very difficult when you're not in control of your car.
course,
That's exactly
yeah,
what happened
okay.
with Max. Ending P6, much better than
Looks like there's a beautiful future in the F1 scene. How are you going to call this? Because it seems like you're the, you know, the World Cup octopus?
Yes.
We're going to call you that for the F1. What are your predictions for this one?
It's quite difficult going into Saudi Arabia this weekend because you have like 4 days right now to recover from
Yeah.
what happened last week. I think Haas was actually my team of the weekend, getting both drivers in the points. Ollie Behrman coming from last to
incredible,
P10.
yeah.
What a phenomenal win for them. But I think this weekend going into Jeddah, street circuit, high risk, high reward, very narrow circuit. I think I am going to go a little bit with Oscar here as my number one. Then I'm
Delucia, I feel like your words couldn't be wiser. So thank you so much for coming through, giving us all the insights of this weekend as we look forward to the races ahead. And I know you're going to be on the money. So we'll be diving into a conversation again, discussing all this and also these predictions, which are so crazy. They're coming more true and more true. But for now, there's so much more to look forward to right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Carissa, what's happening over your side?
Well, Raul, if you would allow me to officially say to our Feel Good fam, welcome to the winner's circle, especially right now because it's your chance to win big. It happens when you start to play Daily Lotto for an estimated 500,000 Rand jackpot this Monday. Yes, it's today, okay? So what are you waiting for? Buy your tickets now in store. You can head over to the website, nationallottery.co.za. There, of course, is the mobile app, and on your phone, there's cell phone banking, or you could simply just dial *120 *7529#, and that, of course, is for USSD. Now, all these details can be found across our social media. You can find us at Expresso Show, then Panda Pusha Play Daily Lotto for an estimated 500,000 Rand jackpot, and that goes down today, and you could just win big. Let me tell you, your big payday could be right now. In the meantime, though, as you try to figure out which numbers to go for, let me tell you what is still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're still going to get into the entertainment front and definitely celebrate the next generation of dancers with Reach for a Dream. It's going to be so incredibly exciting. Reach for the stars, rather. Not only that, we have to get into a delicious breakfast parfait. And of course, that is courtesy of Bacomo Nature's Sauce. Really excited to have breakfast sorted and also to dance off all those calories along with you. It's going to be a fantastic day indeed. So let's get into it.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's get into some entertainment, shall we? From jazz and hip-hop to traditional dance and also powerful contemporary movement, Reach for the Stars is much more than just a dance competition. Now, it is a movement that's uplifting young South Africans through the transformative power of the arts and giving them a national stage to go ahead and shine like the stars that they are. Now, with the mission rooted in inclusivity, empowerment, and also raw talent, Reach for the Stars is opening doors for under-resourced dancers to dream big and also reach even higher. So joining us this morning on our couch to talk about this incredible initiative are the powerhouses behind the platform. We have founder and creative visionary Desiree Angus, as well as two of the movement's key partners and change makers. We've got Chantal Opalt, Executive Director of the Institute for Applied Alchemy, as well as Lwazi Makwanda, who is CEO of Makwanda Empowerment Trust. So thank you guys so much for being here. Can we give them a feel-good welcome? Yes. Well, that woke you up, surely. Yeah. We were talking about maybe not coffee, but definitely the applause. Thank you guys so much for being here. I mean, Desiree, maybe I can start with you, just talking about this incredible, like I mentioned, movement that is happening across the country. What really inspired you to launch Reach for the Stars? Take me through that process.
Okay, so it happened years ago. I was fortunate enough to be in the States when I was at school, and I was in New York City. And I was walking down the streets of New York City. And I saw dancers in like an apartment block, and I knew that I had to do some kind of thing like that, like a performing arts with the music and the art and that, you know, that kind of performing a school. And then years went by, and then I had a session with Chantal, and she said to me I needed to start a dance competition.
Oh, wow.
And then I knew that that was the starting point to get Reach for the Stars going.
Absolutely.
So it was just about putting one foot in front of the other foot, and we're sitting here.
And look at you go. That is so incredible. Just a
Yes.
quick one. If you can tell me, what is your background in dance? You're a dancer. You come from that
Yes, so I
training?
started dancing when I was 6 years old. Like, you know, your mother takes you to ballet school.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's it. From then on, you
From
just
then
did the
on,
bug bite.
The bug bit me. The passion was there. I loved how I felt when I danced. And then my mother had said to me that I could never give up ballet. I had to finish all my ballet exams if I wanted to do jazz, hip-hop, modern.
I like that, the training, the discipline.
Yes, so I had to keep that. Then she allowed me into all the other disciplines. So I've done all the disciplines. I've done it all.
Oh, I love to see it. And now you're doing it for the next generation as well.
That's correct.
I got to ask you,
Yes.
though, what do you think this competition gives the young dancers that are coming up?
So this competition is about allowing individuals to access something inside of them. So it's like a belief system.
Sure.
And then when they perform or they're exposed to different things, different countries, different places, different people, it opens out something inside of them that allows them to believe that they can do it. And with the support that all of us are going to give these dancers, they're then going to be able to fly free.
That's beautiful.
And that's what Reach for the Stars is about.
I mean, it says it in a name, in and of itself. I absolutely love that. And maybe I can come to you, Chantal, and just talk about your institute, which focuses on the inside out, which I think is really special at the end of the day. And how does this ethos sort of align with what they're doing at Reach for the Stars?
Yeah, Carissa, so thank you so much. I think that in terms of that inside-out methodology, specifically for marginalized people, there's a narrative that sits in the mind where we have to silence the external. And in terms of creating space and freedom and safety, we haven't been taught to go inward. And so when we engage ourselves and we engage our thoughts and our behavior and our actions, we can come into alignment with that. We're able to lead in a very particular way. And so as we work with the youth, and you know, with dance, you have to transcend the pain. You have to feel the pain, you've got to transmute the pain, and then you transcend the pain. And when the transcendence happens, the magic happens, and that inspires others. So it was an easy alignment for us with the Institute for Applied Alchemy, with Desiree and Reach for the Stars. And Desiree and I have walked a very particular journey. It's been a journey of building trust, moving across boundaries, getting to understand each other in a very particular way, and then coming together and saying we can collaborate to bring hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's the purpose at the end of the
Yes.
day. That is why
That's
we're
it.
all here. And why you're also here, Lwazi. Thank you so much for even joining this movement as well. The Makwanda Empowerment Trust. Let's talk about why you were even interested to be part of this.
Yeah. So the Makwanda Empowerment Trust is really about meaningful impact. So we invest in organizations and in projects where we feel like they'll bring about meaningful impact. And if you think of our country, you know, of the view that our country has got certain traumas, whether it's economic trauma, emotional trauma, physical traumas, right? Which has led to people feeling hopeless, helpless, and disempowered. We're of the view that Reach for the Stars will help us empower people, shift people from being helpless and hopeless to feeling holistically empowered.
Sure.
And if you think about that, I mean, that embeds or underpins any other outcomes that you're going to have. So if you're going to use the creative arts as a form of business, it needs to be embedded in people understanding who they are, that they have dignity and that they are people of value.
Yeah.
And so for us, that's what we're investing in the long term, and we're of the view that this vehicle is the right one to help people from rural Western Cape, urban Western Cape, to be holistically empowered.
Oh, I absolutely love it. You got the right people on board. Absolutely. It is very clear that this is more than just a competition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
about
Yes.
the purpose. It's a movement, like we said before. And the great part, Expresso family, is that you get to see this on your TVs in just a little bit. It's going to be so exciting, and I can't wait to get into it. But I'm going to keep you waiting just a little bit longer to build that anticipation. Raul, what are we getting into right now?
Listen, you don't have to wait too long. We will be giving you that entertainment in just a bit. But before we do, we thought we'd chat to you about this morning's question. And obviously, with our kids dreaming of careers, with all these career incentives being played out, there's a few careers that we think, and I think for me especially, didn't even exist when I was younger. So the question we had for you this morning is, what is on your kids' dream job list? You could come through with some voice notes and messages, and you all have done the things. We're going to start off with some comments first. And Robinson Matai says, good morning, Expresso team. I'm so glad to see another day. I am too, man. Let's celebrate that. But my son wants to be a panel beater and spray paint cars, and I'm very proud of him. Lekker dag. I love this. Panel beating, spraying cars, especially right now. There's a big world for that. If you know of someone by the name of Chip Foose, one of the most incredible pinstripers and liners in the car game, that's inspiration right there. Absolutely love this comment. We've got some more. Kenny Jonas also comes through and says, good morning. I'm still dreaming of having a kid. All right, well, that is the first step, and I really hope that that dream does come true. So sending good vibes your way, Kelly, and hopefully we can make that kid materialize. Yannick Sons Panic says, mine is 3 years old now. I haven't heard anything yet and can't wait. Ah, well, that's cool. That means that they haven't been put into a box yet, and the world is potentially endless for them. I love that. We got Wendy Jacobs who says, good morning, Expresso family. Good morning, Wendy. Have a blessed week ahead. Well, Wendy doesn't have much of an answer there, but just sending some love. And I'm going to send it back your way. And remind you, Mzansi, come through. We've got a new WhatsApp line. It's 063-036-9649. We want to know about some of the jobs that your kids are dreaming of that you didn't even know existed when you were a kid. And I know there's a lot more that we can discuss in a bit. And speaking of, we promised you some entertainment, and it's coming your way. We've got some beautiful stuff happening with the Academy. And Sizakali, I think, is the name of this one. If I don't get this one correct, we're going to be talking about them, and you'll see exactly how incredible these youngsters are. The future of dancing. Oh, and it's never looked better. But we're also going to be filling up those bellies because we can't have entertainment without some energy. So we've got a beautiful breakfast with parfaits coming at you. And Bakomo is inspired by this one. So Mzansi, don't go anywhere. A lot of magic coming your way.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Yes, we're dishing out the Feel Good this morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show because joining us live in studio, as you can see behind me, are 6 young and passionate performers from Sizakile Arts in Gugulethu, along with a brilliant dance teacher. And we've got Sinatemba Batala here, and the crew has poured their hearts out into their routine, bringing traditional African dance with a powerful modern edge. And that is exactly why I've got to bring in their leader, their mentor. Sinatemba, thank you and welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Looking so gorgeous. I've got to ask you though, now we've noticed and saw their beautiful confidence, also their expression, their energy.
Yes.
And I wonder how it's been sort of mentoring them through this and preparing them for the national stage, which is Reach for the Stars.
I mean, it's been amazing, I don't want to lie. It's been very interesting seeing them grow within the industry and also within the competition. It's been an amazing opportunity for them because we don't normally get these kinds of opportunities. So it's they're excited and they've worked so hard. They've worked so hard, I don't want to lie. They've been coming to practice on time. I don't need to shout for anything. So it's been beautiful. It's been beautiful. I don't want to lie.
Oh my goodness.
Well done, guys.
Well done, ladies. Well, we're definitely going to see the beauty be poured out right now. And congrats to you, Sinatemba, for coming this far. This is because of you, girl, okay? So we'll also, when we clap for them, we're clapping for you. All right. Well, let us get into it. We can't wait for this beautiful performance. It is the Sizakile Arts in Gugs being represented in the best way right now. Please, ladies, take it away.
Thank you.
I love to see it. Listen, the competition is already so stiff, all right? But if you are somebody that believes in the power of performance, perhaps you're a school or a dance teacher that wants to enter, please go ahead and do exactly that. I mean, you saw what the standard is, and you better show up exactly like that. And if you're a sponsor that would love to get involved, find those details across our socials at Expresso Show, and we'll hook you up.
Yeah, Sizakile coming through with the good stuff. The energy here is absolutely perfect. I think after that, we've deserved ourselves a beautiful breakfast. So let's get into it. And maybe we can upgrade our breakfast because these Bokomo nature sauce breakfast parfaits bring layers of indulgence with creamy yogurt, fruity compote, as well as some chocolate, all balanced by the delicious crunch of nature's sauce granola. Now listen, this is something of a breakfast, and I'm not going to do this on my own. I'm going to ask Carissa to come through, but we're talking about beautiful ingredients, layering this thing up and showing off a breakfast like no other. Carissa, you in?
I am in.
Yeah?
I am all the way in.
You ever made a parfait before?
Listen, I've made my version of a parfait because I love a yogurt and granola bowl. So this is a little elevated. Very interesting ingredients.
But it's really simple because as many ingredients as you might see in front of you, it's not that overwhelming, right? We'll start off with, let's say, the sauce. And you can maybe do duties on that. I don't think the pan is on yet.
Okay, I got you.
So while you're popping that on, we're just literally going to be using some frozen berries. Again, you can mix these up. So if you don't like, let's say, raspberries and you want blueberries or something else different,
Lovely.
you can definitely add your own favorites in.
It
So
goes in?
yeah, that can go straight into those. Are frozen, so they are going to need to kind of melt down a bit.
Lovely.
And then we've got some limes.
I get that, the combo of the tartness of the, oh goodness.
Is it making sense?
Yes, I
Because
love
look,
this.
Also, a crazy thing with limes as well, when you start incorporating them into like a jus, a sauce, or something like this, it actually doesn't stay so acidic.
Yes.
And it doesn't stay so like, you get that
At the
in the
back
side of your
here,
mouth, that little
yeah.
twang. It doesn't happen, and it really does balance so perfectly. So you can squeeze a couple of those into that. And then we've got some ginger, you can, cinnamon. You can have ground cinnamon, or you can use cinnamon sticks like we have over here. We're going authentic.
Lovely.
Yeah, making rustic. And then some honey, kind of just mixing it all up together. And this is really going to start to slowly reduce, slowly sort of like caramelize in a way, and really just come together. Again, if you don't have the stick, you can obviously use some ground cinnamon with this one. I'm not too sure exactly which one actually works better. So
Right. It depends on how strong of a flavor you want. Is it subtle? Is it something you want like pungent in your face?
Nailed that. So
Oh, I love
definitely got the
that.
first step pretty much sorted.
Okay.
You want to keep an eye on that because you want to keep mixing that up and letting it all kind of like break down.
Oh, it's already getting there.
doing it?
Sure.
Oh, wow. That went from frozen to malted.
Yes, really quickly.
Oh, and the colors are coming alive as well.
Beautiful.
Yes, please. All right. Now, we've got remember there's layers here. So
Okay,
we've got 3 layers, right?
layers,
The second
yeah.
layer is going to be a fun one. So we've got some full cream yogurt over here, just about like a cup or two. You can go crazy with whatever yogurt you also like. So if you want to add a flavor to it, you can. Make sure that the flavor complements the berries, though. Don't go like crazy and start creating these polarities, okay? That's our words of tips. But what you're going to do, simply just popping the yogurt into the bowl.
I love
Firstly,
this.
we've got some chia seeds here. I don't know if you've worked with these before, have
I
you?
love chia seeds.
Yeah?
I usually either make a chia seed pudding or I put them in my water just
Ooh,
to get
nice.
that pack of omega-3. It is
Yes.
so good.
Have you noticed the longer you keep it in water, the like more puffier they start
Yes,
to like
they
swell up?
do.
So bear that in mind when you are making this recipe. Let it sit in the fridge because it kind of will really like start to puff up and start to expand. And that's normal. That's the chia seeds. Nothing's wrong. That's a good thing. It's
It'll
just the-
double in size.
yeah,
Why
it's
not?
just the chia seeds doing their
okay.
thing. And then thank you if you can help me with that. I'm going to also add some vanilla essence into this. Again, we're adding some honey to the yogurt just to sweeten it up and make another beautiful layer. And then
I like this. You know what? You
Yeah.
could also use maybe Greek yogurt and then it's extra protein.
Absolutely. Nicely. Look at you.
I'm learning.
I love that. And then we have one of our favorite ingredients, and this is the Bokomo Nature Sauce. And I
Yum.
absolutely love this. So I'm going to crack this open and talk to Mzansi about this because it's really simple. You don't have to do anything about it. It's a fresh new look as well. Bokomo's Nature Sauce granola brings the same great taste and crunch that you love. So don't worry, but it gets even better because it's available in a variety of flavors and pack sizes. There's Nutsy Crunch, there's Crispy Crunch, and there's Breakfast Crunch. These are the delicious options that are available for everybody. And a reminder that this is high in fiber and energy, and Bokomo's Nature Sauce granola is made with quality whole grains and ingredients like oats, nuts, seeds. We've got dried fruits in here as well. I think this is the perfect way to give you fuel throughout the day. So if you want the full recipe, you can head over to expressoshow.com. But we're going to show you just exactly how we put this one together and have fun with it too.
Yes,
so
please.
our yogurt sort of layer is done. So I can basically bring this to the forefront.
This is the fun stuff.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
let's do this
move
together. Put this out the way, and you and I are going to start layering this thing. So here's our first layer.
Okay.
Have fun with it.
Goodness, it already
Then,
smells amazing.
what we did was we obviously made some of this earlier, and that was your sort of like jus berry sort of dressing. This is another layer that we're going to have.
Okay,
and
lovely.
literally, like Carissa says, have fun with this. Create some layers. Do it your way. It doesn't really matter, but make sure that you're having fun with it.
So I can just do whatever.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Okay, let's
What are you going to go with next, though?
I'm going to do the granola.
Oh, I thought so. I think that's a good move as well.
And this one is Nutsy Crunch
That's
granola.
Nutsy Crunch. I'm going to, just for the sake of being different, put this layer on next, and then I'm going to go with my granola. So let's see if it makes a difference visually.
Yeah.
But, oh, this is looking good.
Little bit of that.
Pop a little bit of this on here. Bum,
Oh my
bum, bum.
goodness.
This is fun, though, right?
This is my breakfast sorted.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely.
I got one more layer.
Why
Maybe
does it feel like a
Mzansi-
competition now?
It feels a
Let's
little
go,
bit like
let's go.
it. Like, no. There's like a clock ticking in the background. Listen, I think this is what's going to happen if you get involved in this recipe. Expressoshow.com, you'll feel the excitement of it too. Get involved, Mzansi, and have fun with it like Carissa and I are doing right now. Our final layers
You
are
see
coming
layers? Layers.
together. I haven't looked at the front end yet. Only the cameraman can see right now. Hopefully we didn't disappoint them. Hopefully this is a win. I'm going to add some sprinkles on top.
Wow. Okay, wait, let me turn it that way.
Boom, boom, boom. Have you got layers?
Little bit.
I got some layers
Yeah,
too.
cheers.
Cheers to these layers. Nothing but layers of good stuff. Obviously, you can find it at expressoshow.com. And we got more layers coming at you just after this. So don't go anywhere, Mzansi. We're going to be layering on the good stuff for Monday. And just a reminder, from the first spoonful to the last crunch, I think these Nature's Sauce breakfast parfaits bring just the right mix of flavor, flair, and definitely some feel-good satisfaction. So if you love a good reward, then the Bokomo Power Bowl competition has plenty in store. And here's how you can enter. Cheers to your layers. Okay, let's eat.
Start your day with Bacomo and start winning. Enter the Bacomo Powerball competition and stand a chance to win your share of 3 million rand in cash and prizes. Buy any participating Bacomo cereal, upload your till slip to Bacomo's WhatsApp line at 074 666 0900, and you could be selected to play live on the Bacomo Powerball game show, where even bigger prizes await. Competition closes 4 May 2025. Entry details and T's and C's at bacomo.co.za.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, I'm Mzansi. Welcome back to it. It's Monday on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let me tell you, inspiration comes in many forms, especially when we talk about these two next gentlemen. It's Pete Crowther and Chris Oldnell. And they just made ocean swimming history, becoming the first to solo swim from Robben Island to Dasson Island. Now, this is huge. This is a massive undertaking, but it wasn't just about endurance, as it was about legacy, bursaries, and unlocking opportunities for future generations. Now, we've got these incredible souls right here. Pete Crowther joins us in studio, and then we've got Chris joining us all the way from Pretoria to talk about their epic swim. So, gentlemen, firstly, how are we doing this morning? Pete, you good?
Feeling good. Feeling good, yeah.
Chris, how's it out there? Josie, are you good?
Yeah, I'm ready for work.
Looks like it, man. But listen, you've been ready for so many things, especially this insane swim. I want to talk about this challenge and talk about the distance. What does it take to do a swim like this? How long was it? And how did it actually go? How did it feel for you guys? Chris, maybe you can give us an answer first.
So which question do you want me to answer first there?
So firstly, bro, well done. And I've got to ask you, man, how did the swim feel? Accomplishing what I believe is something like 53 kilometers, is that correct?
That's correct, 53 kilometers. When we made it to Dustin Island, I can't describe the feeling. I was just sort of overwhelmed with emotion. The preparation, the training that we've done to accomplish this goal has been massive. A lot of sacrifices along the way. So to complete what we had set out to achieve, it just felt nothing short of sensational, to be perfectly honest with you.
Oh, man, I feel like all those words are understating what you actually truly feel. Pete, I mean, genuinely, this is a long swim. It's a fast swim. How much time are you actually spending in the water trying to accomplish this?
So, well, we prepared for 24 hours, but I ended up swimming 18.5 hours, Chris around 20 hours.
Hang on, Chris, he didn't even let you slipstream him. Hey?
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
he never does that.
Each man for himself, okay?
When it's cold, we got to keep on hammering. Yeah. So we swam through the night, and we had months to train for this and prepare for this, and it was just an amazing experience, and for a bigger cause, obviously, and it's so much more worth it.
And talk about that bigger cause, man. It's not just obviously an accomplishment, but why do you both decide, listen, we're going to take this on, we're going to challenge ourselves, and not just challenge ourselves, but put ourselves under risk as well. I mean, the temperatures, the distance, this is a massive challenge. You need to fuel correctly. Why do this in the first place?
Yeah, look, it's a stupid distance to swim, and it doesn't make much sense. But Chris and I, we shared a passion of endurance sport, and we were thinking how, you know, we were old boys from Pretoria Boys High School. How can we use our passions to give back to the school? So we came up with this ridiculous challenge to raise funds for the South African Hall of Fame, who takes children without resources and place them in a stable environment, such as Pretoria Boys High School, so that they can fulfill their potential and use their talents to best to create a stable future for their own generation. And that is what we swim for, and that is the money that we raised for these children. Yeah.
And Chris, I mean, obviously maybe being, let's say, a product of the product, do you think that having these sort of grounding opportunities at Pretoria Boys, do you think that that sort of upbringing is what assisted you in being able to accomplish something crazy like this?
Look, I mean, I work at the school, so I live it and breathe it, you know, every single day. And there are 31 boys that are currently at the school who would have been unable to attend the school. So for me, it's quite easy stepping into the water. It's quite easy to do these challenging things because I see my boys every day. They inspire me. And, you know, I know exactly why I'm doing it, and I'm just blessed to have a mate like Piet, who is an old boy of the school as well. So having both attended the school, and we know what the school offers, to be doing something like this to provide other boys the opportunity to receive what we were able to receive for 5 years, you know, it's a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. And like you mentioned with Piet as well, the fact that you are not both just opening up doors with what accolades you've achieved and the successes you've had, but you're keeping that door open for others, and you're creating such an incredible opportunity. So, Chris, I got to say thank you so much for doing everything that you are, for swimming for a bigger picture, and for doing it for those boys. I think you definitely are doing more than inspiring them, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Look, as I said, no boy chooses, you know, the circumstances he's born into, but we can choose how we respond.
Oh, listen, you and Piet have done something incredible, responded in an insane way, and it doesn't stop here. There's one more challenge coming up, is that correct?
Yes, we have to make noise for this course, so we've got a third leg of our trilogy swim, and we're going to attempt to swim across False Bay, from Miller's Point across to Ray Else and back, 66 kilometers, also never been done, and attempting that towards the end of the year.
Wow. So how do we get involved quickly? Last one. Where can we find you guys to
So
reach
you
out?
can follow the Crows Crossing or the Bone Machine on Instagram, and then also the South African Hall of Fame, which is the vehicle for this project, raising funds for the kids. So follow the South African Hall of Fame and see our initiative on the page.
Oh, all I can say is thank you, and I'm wishing you nothing but the best of luck for that final in the trilogy. But inspiration at its finest. Appreciate you, boys. Thank you, Piet. Thank you, Chris. Love you guys.
Definitely some inspiration bringing us to 7 o'clock. Let's get into your national news headlines first. Now, Electricity Minister Josienso Ramagopa says Eskom will scale back planned maintenance this winter to prioritize higher demand during peak hours. Emergency reserves like diesel and pumped storage will support the grid, especially during peak hours. While the official winter outlook is still being finalized, current system stability means load shedding remains suspended. Now, with unplanned outages down nearly 3% year on year, Eskom appears more prepared than before to meet the country's energy needs through the chilly months ahead. In other national news, Chief Legal Officer of Debt Rescue SA, Annelien van der Poel, says struggling South Africans are increasingly cutting back on groceries just to afford electricity. A new survey shows many households are choosing to stay powered up at the expense of food. Now, this comes as Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana is expected to make an official announcement on the 0.5 percentage point increase in VAT this week. Action SA's Herman Mashaba says the minister is considering the alternative proposal, which could contribute 110 billion rand to the state coffers. In your international news making headlines, 2 deadly strikes shook Ukraine and Gaza yesterday. In Ukraine's northern city of Sumy, 2 Russian ballistic missiles killed 32 people and wounded over 80 in the deadliest attack of the year, prompting President Zelensky to call for a tougher global response. Meanwhile, an Israeli airstrike destroyed key sections of Al-Ali Arab Hospital in Gaza, though no casualties were reported. Now, Al-Ali was Gaza's last fully functional hospital. The Israeli Defense Force claimed the hospital contained a Hamas command and control center. Meanwhile, Tanzania's main opposition party, Chadema, has been barred from October's general elections. That's after allegedly missing a code of conduct deadline. Now, its leader, Tundu Lissu, has recently charged with treason following a rally calling for electoral reforms. Officials say the ban extends to all by-elections until 2030. Now, Chadema had refused to sign the code as a protest move. Meanwhile, concerns grow over President Samia Suluhu Hassan's tightening grip, with critics citing arrests, abductions, and a clampdown on political freedoms. Closing off with this story, we look ahead to 2027, where the skies will welcome an exciting milestone, Qantas Airways' ultra-long-haul project Sunrise, connecting London to Sydney in a non-stop 19-hour flight. Now, not only will passengers break the 10,000-mile barrier, but they'll experience the magic of witnessing 2 sunrises. Cutting travel time by 4 hours, this world record flight will be a luxury journey. Think well-being zones and a focus on circadian rhythms to battle jet lag, with plenty of premium cabins, including suites that will rival hotel rooms the world over. Now, Qantas is confident the demand will be there, and it's all set for takeoff in just 2 years. The only question is, are you ready for the adventure? So we leave your 7 o'clock news. Let's hope the adventure carries on into the world of sports. Here's Raul giving you some updates.
Oh yes, the adventure carries on in the world of sport, especially if you are Rory McIlroy, because he ended his 11-year major drought in dramatic fashion. And that was clinching the Masters and completing the career Grand Slam with a playoff win over Justin Rose. Now, the world number 2 sank a clutch birdie putt on the first extra hole, joining golf legends like Nicklaus and Woods, and that was in the elite all-majors club. Now, moving to football, and Harvey Barnes struck twice, and that was to lead Newcastle to a dominant 4-1 win over a struggling Manchester United, now lifting the Magpies into 4th place. Now, with manager Eddie Howe absent due to illness, assistants Tyndall and Jones oversaw the rout, and capped by goals from Tonelli as well as Gumieres. Now, United's slump continues, now 4 games winless and facing their worst Premier League season on record. Well, you heard the conversation earlier, but let's talk about it once again in the world of Formula One. Oscar Piastri stormed to victory, and that was at the Bahrain Grand Prix, securing McLaren's first ever win in Sakir. Now, the Aussie held off George Russell, with teammate Lando Norris completing the podium, and it was a tough outing which saw Max Verstappen finish 6th. Now, Norris also now tops the standings with 77 points, while Piastri jumps to 2nd ahead of the Jeddah showdown. Now, something to definitely celebrate if you're a South African, because Jordy Smith claimed his first World Tour win in 8 years, defeating fellow South African Olympian Matthew McGillivray, and that was in the Surf City El Salvador Pro Final. Now, posting a 14.26 total, which is huge, Smith dominated in improved conditions to jump to 5th in the rankings. Now, with 4 events down, surfers now head to Australia before the mid-season cut and the Fiji Finals showdown. Well, we'll touch it all again in the world of sport in the hour, but for now, though, many of you heading out on the roads, and Carissa's got the latest when it comes to the world of traffic.
Thank you so much, Raul. Let's see what the roads are saying. Well, we start out in Gauteng in Pretoria, where there's been an accident on the N1 southbound after Garsfontein Road. The left shoulder lane is closed, and as a result, heavy delays are, of course, expected. So if you are making use of this route, please get out there very safely. In Johannesburg and Gauteng, a stationary vehicle on the N3 northbound after Van Buren Road is causing a right lane closure with a back of queue at Elands Interchange. Now, heavy delays of up to 23 minutes are expected, so please do plan your route accordingly to accommodate the expected delays. From the City of Gold, we move to Cape Town out in Athlone, where minor delays are expected as a result of congestion on the N2 inbound, and that is at the ramp to Jakes Kerwel Drive. So please maintain a safe following distance and stay safe while driving. On this Monday, we want you to get to work safely and alive. So we leave your roads. Let's check in with your weather. Well, in your weather news this morning, a yellow level 2 weather warning has been issued for severe thunderstorms over southern Mpumalanga Lowveld, bringing heavy downpours, gusty winds, lightning and localized flooding. Now, extremely high fire danger conditions are expected in Richardsveld, Northern Cape. Meanwhile, the outflow at Blomhof Dam in the northwest has slightly decreased, though it's still over 104% full. Now, the Vaal Dam remains over 114% full with sluices open. Now, Minister Pemi Morgendina has urged residents near the Blomhof floodline to evacuate, warning of possible further releases, and that is due to high inflows from the catchment areas. Let's get into your sunrise view of this hour, entering into the second hour of the show from Alberton. Here's Louise showing off Alberton in the most beautiful way yet. My only question is, Louise, yes, there's no traffic, but did you get out your car in order to take this photo? If you did, we appreciate the sacrifice and definitely absolutely love the way Alberton looks through your eyes. On your side of the world, you can expect a 24-degree high. So thank you for that. You will be rewarded. And for the rest of the country, we'll get into your temps, and you too can be like Louise by heading over to 063-036-9649. That is our WhatsApp line to snap and send your pictures on through. We delve into this again at 8 o'clock. For now, though, let's see what the rest of the country can expect in your temperatures.
beautiful sunrise views, beautiful weather. It's looking good out there, so maybe we can make it even better. And that's by giving you a chance to win big. And it starts when you play the Daily Lotto for an estimated 500,000 Rand in jackpots this Monday. So what are you waiting for is the real big question. You want to buy your tickets now? You can do it in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app. You can use cell phone banking or simply dial *120 *7529# and then follow the USSDs. Now, all these details are on our Expresso social media pages, so you can go check it out right now. And partner push or play the Lotto, which is the Daily Lotto, for an estimated 500,000 Rand in jackpots today, which means you could be winning big, but only if you play now. So I'm wishing you nothing but the good vibes, sending luck your way. Get involved in that competition, but also don't go anywhere because we've got a lot to look forward to right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to level up your outdoor game like no other. It feels like the season's slowly transitioning, so we've got all the perfect answers for you on that one. And as the season transitions, we're going into that like sort of autumn-winter feels, and Carissa's got the latest when it comes to layering and looking cool for the occasion. So don't go anywhere. A lot of top tips coming for you on Monday to sort you out for the week just around the corner.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Well, let me tell you, the hunt is on. Mzansi stand the chance to win a 10,000 Rand game shopping voucher. Imagine how many things you could get with that. To enter, head to a participating mall, find the game pink basket, snap a picture, and then send it to their WhatsApp line. That number is 086-142-6333. It's on your screen right now. And the more days you enter, the more chances you stand to win. You just got to make sure each photo is from a different day, okay? And you got to hurry because entries do close on the 21st of April, and T's and C's, of course, apply.
Yeah, they always do. But listen, get involved in this one because, listen, Easter is around the corner, and I think South Africans are gearing up for the perfect long weekend escape. Now, whether you're hitting a campsite, a beachside braai spot, or even just taking it easy in the backyard, Game Stores has everything you need to level up your outdoor experience. And I think it's about time. We deserve it.
Okay, yes, we deserve it. So let me tell you, comfort is definitely key when you're kicking back under the stars. And look at this. These Camp Master classic chairs are foldable, they're comfy and built for chill mode. And at 2 for 419 Rand, it's practically a no-brainer. What a steal.
Listen, my camp game is good. I'm very well versed in this space, and that is cheap.
That is
a
cheap.
great price. Honestly, get involved involved in this one. I don't think you can get something for better, and I know it's going to make you want to get out there.
In fact, add to cart right
Add to cart right now. Something else I think that's going to be bringing a touch of style to your patio or your campsite is this 3-piece rattan look set. Listen to this thing. It's sleek, it's comfy, and it's only 999 Rand for the entire set.
Wow.
And that's perfect for morning coffees, sundowners, or Easter egg hunts with a view. And I can just picture like putting this in so many different locations in your house, in your room, outside. You're creating locations, you're creating destinations.
Oh.
I mean, come on, and it doesn't
like
get at such a good price. This is perfection.
Oh my goodness, another steal. Well, right now you can't say long weekend without saying braai. We know this, and this Mega Master charcoal kettle is your Easter hero at 1,199 Rand. It is durable, it is stylish, and it is ready to bring the sizzle wherever that you set up.
Okay, add about the sizzle. I mean, doesn't stop there. We also got the ultimate camping essentials. Now, look at this. It's a roomy Campmaster dome tent. It sleeps 4. And it's crazy because it's only 999 Rand. This thing is awesome. Easy to set up, solid structure, and an absolute vibe, especially if you want to go sleeping under the stars and make a memory out of it.
Oh, that's beautiful. So imagine you've got that 10,000 Rand. All of this is even less than that.
You'll
so
have change,
so much more money to spend on what you want and everything you need for the ultimate Easter camping experience. Come on, it's right in your hands. So go ahead and shop right now in store, online, or at the website game.co.za and make this Easter your most unforgettable long weekend yet.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, the long weekend is here, and that means a lot of us want to get spruced up. Yes. So I think there's nothing better than a little shopping spree.
Please.
And earlier this week, someone got to pay a visit to Woolworths to visit and get, I think you got some stock.
I was so excited. Let me tell you, because retail therapy is my favorite kind of therapy. Don't tell my therapist this, but I did get to go to Woolies and stock up on so many good things. You know, the colder seasons are definitely beckoning.
You can feel it.
You can feel it, and you definitely want to dress the part as well with winter layers, especially in the mornings when you come here, the jackets on, the scarves on.
Love me some layers.
Exactly, and Woolworths has got us covered. So let's take a look at what I found, and I'm pretty sure this is going to inspire your shopping.
Ooh.
Come shopping with me at Woolworths. Now we are on the ground at V&A Waterfront to see what is on offer for autumn-winter 2025. Think cozy layers and bold textures, as well as trend-forward fits that are sure to elevate your wardrobe. We all know the coldest season is knocking, and a classic staple year in and year out that has stood the test of time is the wonderful polo neck. What's great is that this season Woolworths has them offered in a bunch of different colors and also different textures to it. And when you pick it up, the softness is definitely something that's going to want to go on your body. Oops. Ooh. Yes. Oh, yes. Now, this piece is something I've been eyeing for quite some time. It is the fold over, the perfect transitional piece moving from summer into autumn because it shows off just the right amount of skin. We're adding to cart. Now, this immediately caught my attention as soon as I walked into the store because look at this take on cable knits. The texture of the arm really makes it a standout piece, even though it is in the classic cream. So let's see it layered up. See, I told you it would look good. There's just something about layering in the chilly season that does it for me. Although I look great, I think we could take it even higher. Now this one is the one. I absolutely love the take on the knit with the cuff being a different color and a different texture. It is super soft, and the best part about it, it is lightweight, which makes it perfect for layering. In fact, let's go find a layer to put on top. Ah, the classic puffer. Except this time around, you're longer length and you've got a removable hoodie. Absolutely love that. Ah, the stripes, always looking so French. And then you've got the fleece. Wrap me around it all season long, adding to trolley immediately. Finally, we've come to the layering. The parka is always my go-to, and this time around, it's definitely been stepped up. The colorway is absolutely gorgeous, and the best part, you can cinch in the waist so that you look the perfect silhouette. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for, cue and applause for the classic timeless trench. Now, if you don't already have one of these in your wardrobe, where have you been? Year in and year out, you will see this come back again and again. And this year, Woolies has come out with a bunch of different colors. So make sure you at least get one. But if you get two, I won't judge. Let's try it on. Whew. As slick as ever, the femininity is here and definitely the structure. I feel good. What do you think? Can I get an applause? Okay, I know you can see me, but I need to have a look at myself. Let's go. Oh, even better than what I imagined. Let me do a 360. Yes, from every angle, she looks great, but let's try on a Melton. That's what I'm talking about. I absolutely love how the colors are complementing each other. Where can we go from here? I think some accessories to really, really send it. You know what? I'm taking the parka anyway. Well, nothing says keeping up with trends quite like the option of denims that Denim has for us this season. And I absolutely love the options from skirts to skinnies to even a wide leg jeans. These ones are so good because they've got extra comfort in the elasticity. Not only that, they've got extra length on the bottoms and extended sizes. So even us curvy girls, they've got us covered, quite literally. These boots are made for walking, and that's exactly what they will do. Come this autumn winter, Woolworths has got us covered when it comes to the variety of boot options that they've got. When it comes to the Chelsea boot, the ankle boots, and also the Western agenda. Yeehaw! Also, they've got the gorgeous take on the fold over when it comes to footwear. So many options, whatever will I choose? And what do you think? I accessorized beautifully to complement my outfit. I've got some sunnies just to stay on trend, the beret, and of course our boot to look super good. And that's a wrap on my autumn-winter shopping spree. Now, I am sorted and looking good, but let me tell you that you can too. When it comes to your standout staples, your cozy knits, and also your fashion-forward pieces, Woolworths has got you covered. So go ahead and shop in-store, online, and on the app. Oui, baby. Come on, I look great, didn't I?
You look so Paris. I love it. I love the layers. I'm absolutely here for this. I get excited for this season knowing that there's so many options. And look, when it's talking about Woolworths, it's the one-stop shop when it comes to elevating your seasonal style and dealing with all the cold weather ahead of us, and especially when it looks this good.
I mean, come on. Today's also yet another example. We want you to shop elevated seasonal pieces and also layers. You could do so in-store, online, and on the app.
Yeah, now you can do the following and not go anywhere because we've still got a lot to look forward to. We're going to follow the good business journey, and we're talking about how sustainability is coming to the forefront. A beautiful conversation and a beautiful opportunity for you to see impact and positive impact on another level.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you a little bit more straight after this.
When I'm choosing a winter coat, I like something that's got a bit of detail already, something that looks like a complete outfit. And who doesn't love a hoodie? I love winter fashion. Anything that gives you that feeling of like a big hug.
Oh, I love it. And if you're looking the part, then you definitely want to show up to global stages. Now, from our streets all the way to the rest of the world, we've got Jason Oosthuizen here.
Yes.
We've been waiting for this moment for him to take to the stage, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, like we promised you, we're going to be nurturing local and sustainable journeys and doing incredible talk about futures with the GBJ journey. So it's good business journeys at that, and great conversation coming your way.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code Expresso for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, Mzansi, welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Monday's feeling so good already, and we've still got a lot to get through, and especially as we talk about part of Woolworths, which has this good business journey, something absolutely incredible. Now, they are committed to sourcing locally and removing alien vegetation from our indigenous forests and water catchment areas. Now, this philosophy extends beyond their product sourcing and all the way to materials used in store. If you want to find out more, well, let's take a look and get inspired.
In 2016, Woolworths started their locally sourced wood journey with rare woods and crazy crates for their in-store fittings. Today, they are proud to say that the majority of wood used in their stores is locally sourced.
My name is Jacob Hasson, and I'm the Architecture and Design Manager for Store Design Woolworths. We typically operate as a standard studio consisting out of architects and interior designers, our only clients being the various departments of Woolworths. As part of our good business journey, we always strive to find more sustainable solutions in store, trying to evolve the store environment to be as sustainable and as responsible within the built environment as possible within a retail context. Some of the challenges that we faced within a store environment is also finding materials that could be consistently supplied, that is readily available, and also around the workability of it. Is it a brand fit for us? And we started with assessing our material palette, and what we have found is that a lot of the certified timbers are still imported into South Africa, and we wanted to support local and a local economy. So we started looking at what timber species is available within South Africa. The challenge around it is that there's very little plantation, so we turned to invasive alien species.
Woolworths' commitment to local sourcing brought them to Geoparks and Sons, a fourth-generation family-owned timber business committed to conserving our indigenous forests for future generations.
The forests of the Southern Cape are the largest indigenous forests in Southern Africa. They are strictly protected as per the Forestry Act, and therefore we have to get a permit. If you want to cut down an indigenous tree, you have to have a permit for every single tree issued by the Forest Department. Blackwoods are an expressive alien species. The legislation now requires that we have to then eradicate this blackwood, and therefore we are harvesting it now, making space for the indigenous forest to flourish.
Geoparks and Sons are invested in uplifting community members and youth, including creating jobs and providing workers with specialized skills in the timber industry.
Ek het 1995 en 17 Julie begin by Geoparks en Sons begin werk as 'n gewone arbeider. En ja, tot met sekere vlak dat ek al nou bereik in maatskappy. Om saam met Mr. Jim te werk as 'n plesier. Ek het baie geleer van hom af en ek dink dat daar is nog baie ook om te leer. Sy deure is altyd oop vir vrae en dit help baie.
To help reduce waste, Tobila's wife processes the off-cut wood and sells it as firewood. After sourcing the wood from Geoparks and Sons, Rarewoods manages the supply chain and pre-processes the timber for crazy crates.
So as a timber merchant, our role is really to ensure the smooth running of the supply chain and that inevitable disruptions like prolonged rainy seasons or equipment breakdown or load shedding doesn't have a knock-on impact on production of items for Woolworths. So we place large orders with our suppliers like Parks and then keep those stocks in Cape Town on hand to be drawn down on as needed. We also do some preparatory machining on the timber to speed up the production process, and we select it very carefully in order to minimize wastage for whatever items are being produced.
We are proud to be part of a responsible supply chain that not only produces great products, but makes a real difference. About 50 truckloads have been delivered to our factory, which is approximately 850 Australian blackwood trees. The first process in manufacturing products made from Australian blackwood is our selection process, where we guarantee that the material is up to our quality standard. We rip and square and planing the wood to the desired thicknesses and sizes, or to specification. Through various forms of joinery, we assemble these products, give them the finishing sanding, and spray them with a food-safe finish. For every tree that is processed, it creates jobs. We support local businesses, and we are able to give back to communities all the way from Knysna to Cape Town. It's not only about the timber, but about the positive impact it has on people along this journey.
We are harvesting as blackwood, giving the natural forest the opportunity to flourish. And through this blackwood market, we've now been able to establish with a blackwood team at the sawmill and a blackwood plank team, and that has now created many of the new jobs in the company.
I enjoy working with Parks as an organization because we've always had an affinity for the Knysna area. I mean, when you look around here, you can't help but fall in love. And to know that we've played a part in uplifting the community in the local area, it's just been a really rewarding part of our role.
Woolworths' commitment to sustainability continues. Next time you visit a Woolworths food store, keep an eye out for in-store fittings made from Australian blackwood, an initiative aimed at removing this alien species from our forests and creating opportunities for local sourcing.
What a beautiful combination. I love seeing how these elements come together. Something unwanted turned into something of absolute value. This is impact on another level, and the fact that it's creating so many jobs. Oh, I am so here for this. I wish we could have so many more incredible opportunities just like this, and I'm wishing that the Knysna Blackwood organization literally just keeps growing better and stronger. I'm going to be looking out for those, and maybe if you want to look out for your own DIY tips, then pay attention to Carissa. She's got something for you.
Thank you so much, Raul. Right about now, it is time to roll up your sleeves and get ready for another episode of Handy Heroes. Now, the pros at Ace Mica Hardware out in Dundee, KZN, are about to explain why preparation is key to making any painting project just effortless and so much fun. Let's have a look.
Powered by Plascon, today's Handy Heroes come from Ace Mica Hardware, Dundee in KZN.
Ace Mica has been part of the community for many years. It's been a business passed down from one brother to the next. So it's been in the community for many, many years. We strive to help our customers to the best that we can. Even if we have to go on a call out to the customer to help whatever the situation is, we're always willing to help the customers.
First of all, customer service excellent. When I need something that they don't have, they order it for me and I get it quickly.
What I mostly love about our customers is they're always ready to accept knowledge. I'd say with the best hardware overall in the area is that we go the extra mile for the customer. From the biggest to the smallest of products, we'll make sure that we get it for them. We stock a wide range of Plascon products, from your plaster primers, from your preparation to your end. No matter what the color is, whatever application it is, whether it's interior or exterior, we've got it all.
The customer always come here, he's looking for Plascon products because it's the quality. No customers complaining about a Plascon. All the customers like Plascon. I like double velvet because when the wall is dead, you can wash it. You can take the soap, liquid soap and the cloth, can wash the wall.
Preparation is key. To take the correct guidance, the correct procedure of doing it. Preparation is key.
Today's Handy Heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
Oh, yes. So everything you need to create your sanctuary, but everything you need right now to tick the box of entertainment. We've got superstars here. Jason's in the building, and we can't wait to hear this performance and also dive into some good conversation. And it doesn't stop there. Carissa, what else are we looking forward to?
Oh, we're getting into something so delicious that I'm not just talking about, Andriette. We also are going to make something to do with a hake. I've heard it's got a nice crispy topping. It's got some lemon. It's got some creaminess and definitely some garlic. So this is a dish that you want to keep a toothbrush on hand, but definitely have more. Andriette, we can't wait to get into it. Expresso fam, we'll see you after this. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're in the second hour, but that doesn't mean we're going to stop giving you that feel good, because right now we've got to get into something so exciting. I've got someone great on the couch, a South African drumming sensation that Led Zeppelin, some of the biggest bands to come out of Mzansi. He's definitely had his hand on it. So please help me in welcoming the incredible Jason Oosthuizen on our couch. Yes, let's give him a feel good welcome. Jason, we've been having chats. I'm so excited to have you. That I need to actually tell you that from local stages to international ones, this guy has actually just spent some time with us right now, and we're so grateful to have you here, honestly.
Awesome.
We know that you're based out in Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
And now you're here in the mother city.
The best city.
Okay, this is what I was going to ask you,
yeah.
essentially. Okay, the best city to ever have studied. What do you miss most about Cape Town?
I mean, definitely miss the slow pace. It's quite lacquer. And then, I mean, family, friends, and there's all the amazing Joel places around here.
Sure.
And yeah, I mean, I'm born from here, so this will always be home, you know.
Of course.
Best place.
There's just something about it. I mean, once you get used to the nature and the nightlife in Cape Town, even the different vibes that are offered. I know you like cycling too.
Well, no, my body wouldn't agree with that, but I am definitely a fan of cycling, but I prefer it on that side because there's cool bike tracks like along the ocean and stuff.
Oh, I love that.
Wherever, I think, you know.
Cyclists are not people's favorite people.
No.
If I'm being honest.
No, definitely not.
Okay, everybody's got a complaint, but it's fine. We accept and we love you.
Yeah, I'm going to take up golf when I do move back.
Okay, yes, please.
With Chris, who's in the band.
Please do that. I believe I also have some congratulations that I need to pour into you. You just recently became a dad.
I did. I'm still getting rid of the swelling.
Keep it.
Yeah.
We love to see it. Tell me more about this journey of fatherhood. Oh, my goodness.
Well, the baby came home and I went out on tour, so it's been perfect so far. Yeah.
Jason, wait a minute. How old is the baby right now?
I think 7 days.
7 days?
7 or 8 days, yeah.
Like recent, like fresh.
Brand new, still in the packet.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for you to play with him. Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Oh, well, you're a girl dad.
Yeah.
Hello, Harper. How beautiful is that? All right, let's talk about the reason why you are on our couch today, not just to crack jokes, which we love to see as well, but you actually recently are involved in a show, 2 of them. You have a Led Zeppelin tribute and also a Bryan Adams tribute. Tell me more about this and the inspiration behind it too.
Bands I really like, and then most importantly, it's like players that I really like to play with.
Yeah.
And in the Led Zeppelin one, Sito and Chris has been there from the start. And then we got Albert and Dean, who's also in the band. And it was just, I don't know, it's like five really good friends that get together once a year, and then we have just as much fun on stage as off stage. And I think it's just one of those perfect lineups that get together and everything works. Like we have one rehearsal, which combine of being an hour late and then 50% talking and then 50% playing, and then we just go to the gig and it all works.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you guys are friends, you know, the chemistry's already there, no?
Yeah, no, it's really, really like unbelievable.
Oh, I love that. Okay, I know that this isn't the quickfire segment, but I gotta ask you, what is your favorite Led Zeppelin song?
Sure, that's quite tricky. I'll probably say Song Remains the Same. It's one of my favorite songs. But it's a bit chaotic, and we currently aren't even playing it.
Because of the chaos of it?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
How about Bryan Adams? What's your favorite track?
None of them. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow,
No,
don't
I'm
go
just
see
kidding.
the show, clearly.
I think Bryan Adams is one of those artists where he's got so many good songs.
Yes.
Like, even putting that show together, it was kind of quite easy, because you just... There's
Hits
everything.
after hits.
It's just hits after hits.
Yeah.
And there's so many, like, different ones. There's ballads, upbeat, you know, from... like Everything I Do to Summer 69, Heaven. It's just, that list is endless.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, your band's here with you today. I know that you take to the drums, but we've got somebody on mic. Everybody just looks like a rock star the same way you do. Is there a reason why you're not getting on the drums today?
So I thought today would be the best day to actually showcase the real talent.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm just normally there in the back and I just take like the orders. So yeah, today, I don't know, I actually thought today would be really amazing to show Zeppelin, which is normally like a rock, loud band.
Right.
And then, these guys are bringing it down to an acoustic version, and it's really incredible.
Oh, that's lovely. Can I just say hi to the band? Hi, band. Hey, there they are. They even gave me a little one too.
Yeah.
I'm so here for it. I mean, personally, I know I told you this off air. Everybody always looks at two people in the band. They think it's the front man. It's not that. It's the bassist and the drummer.
Bassist and the drummer.
There's something about it. And I think you actually are the real talent carrying the whole show through, but it's fine. You can hand it over to somebody else. You mentioned Funko Cartel to me as well. Tell me about your involvement there.
Yeah, so that's Wynand and Francois' operation, and then we were kind of like a core lineup for quite a long period of time, and we're getting back together now for 2 shows.
Incredible.
And that's really going to be epic, and that's another one of those lineups that sort of, it just works, and it's really incredible when it's the 4 of us. So, yeah, definitely excited for that.
Oh my gosh, we're definitely looking forward to it. I've got to ask you though, there are some people younger than you, I know, can you believe it, that may be looking at you going, you know what, I just want a little bit of encouragement or maybe even advice as to how I can step into the space and be in Abu Dhabi, travel with the greats that you have right now. How do I get to your heights?
I mean, I think a lot of it is just, you know, because there's a lot of big artists that have session players. And I think, you know, because that's sort of the kind of trend these days. And I think as a session player, you should definitely just always kind of keep your hand on the pulse with like who's sort of up and, you know, who's happening. And then another big one is definitely contracts. And like be very careful of that kind of stuff. I've recently experienced non-payment.
Oh no,
so
that's the worst.
That's, you know, you can even get caught out after being in the game for over 20 years.
Right.
So definitely that's one to keep your eye out on, and just always be very like business-minded about it, and don't just think of it like I'm just going to go play on someone's album, because they could just turn around and not pay you.
Right.
So definitely start that mindset off from the beginning. It's like always make sure
the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Well, I love to see that. Thank you so much. Jason Oosthuizen in the house, not taking to the stage, but the band will be taking to the stage to do incredible music. We had a bit of a taste and a listen during the ad breaks, and let me tell you, you're in for something so delicious. And speaking of, let's have a look at this one.
Delicious is an understatement. Listen, Easter is all about gathering around the table, right? And with dishes that feel both special and familiar, I think this is going to be special. We're about to do a garlic baked king clip with a golden herbed crumbed topping, and I think it fits the brief perfectly. So we've got baker and owner of Mondful, Andriette Georgiou here. She's joining us in the kitchen. Yes, I put a little French twang on that. Georgiou. And she's going to be doing something incredible. We're going to show you how stork baking margarine brings richness and flavor to this celebratory meal, and it's served with a side of yellow rice, and it's warm, comforting, and a dish that the family's gonna absolutely love, and it might just become their favorite. So, Andriette, since we put some pizzazz on everything, we're gonna do it with the food as well?
Yes, so for me, what I love about a breadcrumb, it just elevates your food, and it's so delicious. And the reason for it, especially if you combine it with a fish like king clip, is you've got this soft texture of the fish, but then you've got this texture of this crunchy topping, which is just so delicious.
Listen, Andriette, you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go on this side here because it looks like you're already starting.
No, I'm going to let you help me.
Okay, cool. At your service. What are we doing first?
So, one first thing you would want to do is just start your rice. Just follow the package instructions and get that nice and fluffy and going. We've added some turmeric just to give it like that yellow, beautiful thing. And you can also add some cinnamon. And if you like some raisins, that also would go in there.
I love that. Those are warming spices as well. So perfect for the season.
Again, rice is also a wonderful complementary to a fish dish. It just really adds that, you know, substance, if you'd like.
It does.
Now, we've got currently our beautiful stork baking margarine that is melting down, and we've got breadcrumbs. So we are going to be adding the breadcrumbs. But before we add it to there, we're going to add some garlic. I'm not shy of garlic.
I don't think you can go wrong with that, though. It's a real good flavor enhancer.
Yeah.
Before you put all these other ingredients in, I want to talk about the one we're using right now, and that's obviously Stork's baking margarine. Now, this is a secret to both simple and complex recipes. It's offering a high-fat content. We're talking about up to 80% in plant oils. So this is going to be guaranteeing something that's moist and give you a tender result. And on top of this, the margarine also has been a trusted favorite in South African kitchens for like 70 years, and that's earning earning its place in cookbooks and family traditions alike. I can remember a lot of the recipes that we use for this, which I'll talk about in just a bit. Nostalgia's coming to me, but it's a tried and tested opportunity. These are through generations. Now, Stork brings the OG margarine that home bakers trust, and that's to allow them to elevate their recipes with rich flavor and perfect texture.
Amazing.
And I was talking about the things that we used to do as a kid. Like, I would literally have like a slice of white bread with some Stork margarine on, and then we'd have something like snoek. That was very traditional.
yeah.
And so like nostalgia for me was just wrapping the snoek up in the bread and chowing it and hopefully not swallowing any bones. Because that was the most frustrating thing when it tastes so good.
That sounds a bit dangerous.
It does, yeah.
I wouldn't really recommend that.
I
It's
wouldn't
a bit dangerous,
either.
But it sounds delicious. So now we are building some flavor with our breadcrumbs.
Okay.
So I've added some fish spices. You can just add salt and pepper if you'd
Is this
like.
to the breadcrumb itself?
To the breadcrumb.
Oh,
Can you
wow.
see it's becoming nice and toasty because of that beautiful butter or the
Nice.
margarine. And here we've got the rice. So just on the rice, you can add also some of the margarine, and what that's going to do right at the end, it's making it nice and glossy and delicious. Okay, so
And like we
you
just
can
heard, there's like a lot of moisture coming through from this as well. So
yes,
I
you
love
can
how
also
this
give
is.
that a beautiful stir.
This is almost going to protect the novice that's getting into the kitchen and that might burn their food too much. The moisture here might just save them.
I've got to be honest with you. I am a little bit scared of rice, but if you just treat it like you would treat someone you love and care for it should be fine. Now, lemon
Great
is your
advice.
best friend. We've got the beautiful king clip. We want to add lemon as well. So we're going to be adding the whole zest into these breadcrumbs. I wish people could smell what I'm smelling.
I know,
right
that's the only like sort of thing that we're missing here in terms of conveying to our audience right now. But we can describe it because what's coming through right now, it's like there's a warmth to it, and there's definitely going to be a crispiness, but also that zestiness like you've heard. So think ocean meets island, and you kind of have a little bit of what's smelling right now. It's amazing.
And don't be scared of using fresh herbs again. We're going to use dill. Dill is a wonderful accompaniment for our beautiful fish. So we're going to also give that a little bit of a toast.
Dill for me is such an interesting flavor enhancer though as well.
I love it.
It really does pair it. I used to think that dill had like a, I wouldn't say like a licorice taste, but it brought something very different in terms of my taste buds. When I started to acquire it, I realized, it's perfect to add with dishes like this, especially when talking about fish. It adds that freshness to it as well. So love what you're doing, Andrea.
It really does add a beautiful, it's almost, dill's very soft for me, but it's there, it's present. So now we've got our toasted breadcrumbs. Do you want to come help me out? We've got two beautiful king clips here, and we're going to be covering it with the breadcrumbs. So, yeah, we can just take this. You want to do it?
Yeah, I've washed my hands, so can I use my hands, or is it better to use a spoon?
Hands are your best tool.
Nice.
Washed, clean hands are your best tool.
So I want to get it right on top here.
On
Do I want to
top.
like massage it in as well?
You don't have to. That's perfect. Yeah, like that. How long did this just take us?
I don't even know. It couldn't even been a minute. That was
Not even
so
a minute.
quick.
And immediately it elevates your dish. And now you're quite the favorite in the household.
You couldn't have said it any better. I think when you really want to show off and like
Look
add
how
that bit of
beautiful.
pizzazz, add that sort of effect to a dish. This is it right
Look
here.
at that. That
Oh,
looks
wow.
stunning. Now, this is going to go into the oven, so you do not have to stress about cooking this and frying this fish. You're not going to be worried about. So you can put it in the oven for us.
All right.
That's going to in for 15 to 20 minutes.
What temperature? Like 180?
180. Perfect.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness, and it looks so good.
And the aroma is going to continue to fill your house. And it is really that buttery, garlic, gorgeous smells that you're going to smell.
So you might better warn people about making this meal because they might get a couple knocks on the door from the neighbors, right?
Yeah.
Asking if there's any leftovers.
Is there any left over, please? And you'll end up with this gorgeous plate of food here that it really looks so welcoming, you know, and it's just such a stunning, gorgeous dish. And this margarine from Stork is just really elevating that flavor.
Listen, Andrea, you have made me think of a mournful of that goodness. And I think it will be nothing but goodness, especially if you jump on this one, because there's something special about creating wholesome meals that feel like home. And when I think about this, nostalgia comes to mind. All the memories I've had with my mom frying up fish, using margarine and doing some incredible things. So memories at its finest. And it gets even better because you could be winning the perfect tool to keep the tradition going. You can stand a chance to win one of 10 KitchenAid stand mixes.
That is incredible.
It is, right?
Oh my gosh.
Obviously, Andrea's excited about this one. She's probably going to enter, and you can too. So simply do the following, right? Buy 2 Stork baking margarines, one of them being the new Stork white baking margarine, and then keep your till slip safe. And then you want to do the following. WhatsApp the word Stork to the number 060 677 073-866-1 and then simply follow the prompts. It's that easy. Now, this competition closes on the 12th of May, 2025. Your T's and C's do apply. But let me tell you, after this inspiration, I want you to head over to expressoshow.com. I want you to also get involved in this competition, and I want you to show off to all your neighbors and get the smile going, because you're going to make a lot of friends after this one. Andrea, you've been amazing. Absolutely appreciate you.
So
We'll see you at
good.
Monfort.
Yes, thank you.
Well, listen, yes, the food is smelling so good in studio, but there's still more, can you imagine, to come your way. In terms of entertainment, I've got you covered with your entertainment news report for this Monday, just to make sure that you're on the pulse with all things to do with your favorite celebrities. And then speaking about celebrities, yes, we still have Jason Oosthuizen in the building with the rest of his band, and that performance is coming your way straight after this.
If heartburn, indigestion, or UTIs are slowing you down, well, Citrus Soda is here to bring you relief and a chance to win 5,000 Rand every week right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, and entering is easy. Simply head over to Expresso's Facebook, X, or Instagram and answer the weekly question and include that hashtag Citrus Soda in your answer.
Yeah, and don't let the burn hold you back. Enter now, and you could be our next big winner. T's and C's apply.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
That's right, it is your Feel Good Breakfast Show as we approach the final hour of us hanging out together on this Monday morning. Let's start off with your national news headlines first. Now we get started with SAPS, who's warning South Africans about a scam involving WhatsApp messages and fake letters that appear to exist against the recipient. In some cases, the messages are followed by phone calls from scammers posing as police officers. Lieutenant Colonel Amanda van Wyk urges the public to ignore such scams and never share ID numbers, addresses, or banking details. Now, SAP stresses that legitimate police matters will never be communicated in this manner. In other national news, Electricity Minister Josienza Ramakgopa says Eskom will scale back planned maintenance this winter to prioritize higher demand during peak hours. Emergency reserves like diesel and pumped storage will support the grid, especially during peak hours. While the official winter outlook is still being finalized, current system stability means load shedding remains suspended. With unplanned outages down nearly 3% year-on-year, Eskom appears more prepared than before to meet the country's energy needs through the chilly months ahead. In your international news making headlines, Gwasgwa Dankarami, a feared Nigerian bandit kingpin, and 100 of his followers were reportedly killed in a military raid in Munumu Forest. Now, Dankarami, previously thought dead in 2022, was a top figure linked to Islamic State affiliates. His death follows a brutal kidnapping in Waigora village. Authorities hailed the strike as a major blow to banditry, with several hideouts destroyed. Katsina's security commissioner says the operation has disrupted criminal networks, terrorizing multiple districts. Meanwhile, 2 deadly strikes shook Ukraine and Gaza yesterday. In Ukraine's northern city of Sumy, 2 Russian ballistic missiles killed 32 people and wounded over 80 in the deadliest attack of the year, prompting President Zelensky to call for a tougher global response. Now, meanwhile, an Israeli airstrike destroyed key sections of Al Ali Arab Hospital in Gaza City, though no casualties were reported. Now, Al Ali was Gaza's last fully functional hospital. The Israeli Defense Force claimed the hospital contained a Hamas command and control center. And closing off your last bit of news for this Monday morning, we bring it back home, where South Africa's Geordie Smith is riding high once again. The 37-year-old surfing legend has just claimed his first World Championship Tour win in 8 years at the Surf City El Salvador Pro this weekend. In a thrilling final, he beat fellow South African Matthew McGilvray with style and skill. It has been nearly 48 years since a South African male surfer won the WCT World title. Now, while injuries and time nudged him from the spotlight, he's just reminded everyone that legends don't fade. They return with fire. Geordie dedicated his emotional victory to his father and wife. And what a wave, what a win, and definitely what a comeback. Congratulations once again goes out to Geordie. Thank you for shining that South African flag so incredibly high. Let's touch down with your last bit of sports for this morning. Here's Raul giving you the latest.
Oh, it's absolutely incredible to see South Africans doing the most. And again, kudos to both Geordie and our number 2 for dominating and showing off with an incredible display. And we'll talk about that just at the end of the highlights right now. But let's first dive into golf. Now, Rory McIlroy ended his 11-year major drought in dramatic fashion, clinching the Masters and completing the career Grand Slam with a playoff win over Justin Rose. Now, the world number 2 sank a clutch birdie putt on the first extra hole, joining golf legends like Jack Nicklaus as well as Woods in the elite all-majors club. Emotions all around, as you can clearly see from the visuals, and one that is much deserved. Well, from golf, we move to the world of football. And Harvey Barnes struck twice to lead Newcastle to a dominant 4-1 win of a struggling Manchester United. And that was lifting the Magpies into 4th place. Now, with manager Eddie Howe absent due to illness, assistants Tyndall and Jones oversaw the route and capped by goals from Tonelli as well as Gumieras. Now, United's slump continues. They are now 4 games winless and facing their worst Premier League season on record. Well, our thoughts definitely go out to all United fans, but for now we can celebrate in the world of Formula One, because if you're a McLaren fan, Oscar Piastri did the most and he stormed to victory at the Bahrain Grand Prix, securing McLaren's first ever win in Sakir. Now, the Aussie held off George Russell, with teammate Lando Norris completing the podium. And it was a tough outing, which saw Max Verstappen finish 6th. And Norris now tops the standings with 77 points, while Piastri jumps to 2nd ahead of the Jeddah showdown. Well, you've heard it, and we're going to repeat it once more because we absolutely love seeing our South Africans doing the most. And in the world of surfing, yep, Geordie Smith claimed his first World Tour win in 8 years. And that was defeating fellow South African Olympian Matthew McGilvray. And that was in the Surf City El Salvador Pro Final. Now, he posted a score of 14.26 in a total, and that was with Smith dominated in the improved conditions to jump to 5th in the rankings. Now, there are 4 events down, and surfers now head to Australia before the mid-season cut and the Fiji Finals showdown. Well, we're definitely celebrating South Africans doing the most, and kudos to our SAFA boys in the ocean. But for now, though, one last time to dive into the world of traffic, and Carissa has the latest, so let's see how we can assist you.
Thank you so much, Raul. Let's get into the roads for the final time this morning. Now, we start out in Gauteng Centurion, where protest action is taking place between Haveloor as well as the surrounding areas. Now, this is due to the ongoing power outages in the area, so please avoid the affected area and remain vigilant while you head on out there driving. Well, out in Gauteng, Johannesburg, a multi-vehicle accident on the N1 northbound at Soweto Highway has caused a right lane closure. Delays are expected due to restricted lanes and high traffic volumes. So please, if you are headed out that way, move cautiously, make sure the playlist is banging, and of course, pass through that area very safely. So we leave your roads for this morning. Let's have a final check-in with your weather. Well, a yellow level 2 weather warning has been issued for severe thunderstorms, and that's over southern Mpumalanga Lowveld, bringing heavy downpours, gusty winds, lightning, and localized flooding. Now, extremely high fire danger conditions are expected in Richardsveld, Northern Cape. Meanwhile, the outflow of Bloemhof Dam in the northwest has slightly decreased, though it's still over 104% rather, full capacity. The Vaal Dam remains over 114% full, with sluices open. Now, Minister Phemi Mojadina has urged residents near the Bloemhof flood line to evacuate, warning of possible further releases due to high inflows from catchment areas. We hope that you definitely will take heed to those warnings as we get into your sunrise view of the hour. Niklas, our family, we've definitely saved the best for last. Hartenbos has never looked this absolutely gorgeous. From the peachy tones just warming up the sky so beautifully on that gorgeous horizon, inviting us all to take a dip, definitely saying we're going to have a fantastic Monday indeed. And on your side of the world, Niklas, you can expect a 20-degree high. For now, though, we're going to delve into temperatures for the rest of the country, as you remember that tomorrow we do this once again at 6, 7 and 8 o'clock on 063 036 9649. What can the rest of you expect for your temperatures? Well, let's have a look.
Can we be honest about this picture right here? I think it deserves more of our attention. Hartenbos is looking incredible. What a shot. The way you captured this moment, just as the sun rises above that horizon, just as we've got that pre and post glow, the burn in the clouds. This is incredible. And this is what it's about. This is a sunrise view, and we'll do it all again tomorrow morning. And what we're not going to do tomorrow morning, but do right now, is give you another opportunity to win big. And it starts when you play the Daily Lotto for an estimated 500,000 Rand in jackpots. And it's happening this Monday. So the real question is, what are you waiting for? You need to do the following. You want to buy your tickets now? You can do it in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. You've also got the mobile app that you can head over to. You can use cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529# and then follow the USSDs. It is that simple. We also done the liberty of adding all these details to our Expresso social media pages, so you can literally go check it out right now and find out how to get involved in this one. We want you to panda, push up, play the Daily Lotto. There's an estimated 500,000, 500,000 Rand in jackpots up for grabs today, but only if you play. And that means you could be winning big, so get involved in this one. And here's what else we can get involved in, because Karis, you've got the latest scoop when it comes to what's happening on the rest of the show. We've got less than an hour, but I can't wait for it, huh?
Oh my goodness, and we're going to squeeze everything out of that hour. I can't wait, Raul. Are you ready for some entertainment news?
Yeah, bring it on.
I can't wait for the Skinner. The Monday edition of our entertainment news is going to be absolutely fantastic, touching down with local and international celebrities.
Nice.
And speaking about celebrities, how you feel about Led Zeppelin?
Oh, I love.
Yeah, rock on, baby.
Why?
We're going to have a tribute by legends in the South African music scene that are just going to say, you know what, the Stairway to Heaven is exactly where we want to go.
That's my favorite.
You ready to get in? Let's go.
Bring flavor to the table with Mrs. Ball's this holiday season. Show us how you use Mrs. Ball's chutney in your holiday meals and you could win a share of 40,000 Rand. It's easy. Just comment on the competition post with your dish on Facebook and X. On Instagram, creative in the kitchen and
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back at your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And if you're feeling good, maybe this conversation will make you feel even better because it's time for our entertainment news recap.
We
I love
actually
this
need
time
to
in the
get
morning.
you into creating a theme song for us.
For the entertainment
For the
news.
entertainment
Oh, I'm
news.
so here for
Will you
this.
do it?
I'd love to think about what it could be, maybe.
Entertainment news.
Dun, 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 dun. We'll get there, we'll get there. Let's dive into the news first. Maybe something will come to mind.
You know what? We should ask the band here today to create one for us. All right. We'll get into that a little bit later, but let's start off with our former Miss South Africa. Now, I love this girl down. Natasha Joubert, we recently, of course, shone a spotlight on her because she got married. And now she's been so generous in sharing her journey. She's given us a peek insight into her honeymoon out in Mauritius.
Wow.
Her and her man, Enrico Vermaak, have just been living it up as they absolutely deserve. Look at that. Massages, dives, snorkeling, golfing.
Oh, this seems like my dream. Oh my gosh. Hey, this is everything you'd want out of a holiday.
I'm telling you.
Great food, the massages especially. This looks like absolute paradise.
I just want to ask her, how does it feel living my life?
This is Mauritius?
This is Mauritius.
Wow, I
right?
need to go there. I've never been to Mauritius, actually.
Same.
Okay, Carissa, you and I, we've got new goals. Put it
Yeah,
out there.
because a honeymoon would be great. I don't know about you, but I would love a honeymoon at some point.
Complain about that. That sounds
Yeah.
good. I'm gonna just have to get married first.
Yeah, let's start there. Let's cross that line first. Yeah, note to self, get married. Okay, let's move into talking a little bit more about another local star now. I absolutely love this woman. She is so gorgeous. Her name is Thuli Pongolo.
Oh, yeah?
And we know her to do many things, acting being one of them at the forefront. And she's made a return to Generations, The Legacy. Now, Generations is one of those shows that it was there when we grew up. It was our companion.
It's a staple.
Threatened to go away.
Yeah.
Everybody was up in
People were like,
arms.
no ways. Don't take our life away.
Do not do that. And it's come back, and it's on SABC One. And she's got a character called Nampla Diale. And after 7 years, she's back to portray just a more, you know, ambitious and cunning version of herself. And I just love seeing Thuli in this role. She literally looks like she's 17 years old.
It's crazy to me because, like, you know how involved these characters get within the
Yes.
show as well, and they get so deeply associated with it. I'm almost so sure that this is almost like a return to, but with a different, better, bigger, new version of you. And I can tell you that you're going to see that in the acting. It'll come through in the character as well. So I'm really curious to see the sort of polarity between the two characters, that growth and that transition.
Exactly.
And this comeback, it's so fitting. Oh,
You know
I'm
what?
celebrating this one.
She even said that it feels like coming back home. So it's right on
makes
the money,
sense,
you
yeah.
know? She really feels like this is the space she needs to be in the season, and we love to see it. I love the fact that when we see her in the roads, we're going to be like, yo, what is up, Nampla? Nampla, what's going on? I've seen that in action before. It's crazy.
It's a real thing, yeah.
All right, let's talk about my girl, Doechii.
What's she up to?
Absolutely love her. Now, she has come out, won a Grammy, just been amazing, making history. But she's also released a song, Anxiety, that took over social media, went absolutely viral. And with good cause, because she's not only just saying anxiety, she's also raising awareness around mental illness. And so she threw out a website along with this, which is incredible, which is anxietieswatchingyou.com. And not only that, SADAG, our own South African Depression and Anxiety Group, got in touch as well. And they're also involved in continuing to raise awareness around something that can actually be a silent killer.
I just realized now about that song, though, but about how pertinent it is to this current situation. I think about when I was a kid and growing up, I was free. I could do crazy things. I could shout out the most bizarre stuff as a kid and know that no one's going to record me and hold me accountable for the rest of my life. I feel like this is so relevant to the kids of today. Literally everything they do, somebody's watching me. And that can be such a crazy thought to think, I'm not free. I'm constantly being watched. I don't even know if I'm willing to be myself because of the ridicule I might get. This makes a lot more sense than I think we're even aware of, and something we need to pay attention to, Mzansi. Hey, and the rest of the world too.
Absolutely.
Wow, crazy.
And Doshi, I love the fact that she's just used her platform for good, because many of us do and have struggled with anxiety and bouts of depression or being depressed. And it's just so exciting to think that we're in a time that we can raise awareness around this. So shout out to SADAG, shout out to Dochi for doing this. Once again, it is anxietieswatchingyou.com if you want to check it out. We've seen the viral dance moves. Now it's like, let's put some purpose and action behind this as well. There's the TikTok challenge that she did with Will Smith and Tatiana Ali. Absolutely loved this.
Oh, it looks like so much fun, though.
I want to see you do this, Ryle.
I reckon I could pull it off, huh?
I think you got
Watch
the
this
moves.
space. Watch this
come
space.
on. All right, let's get into the last story, all around Michelle Obama and our president. He'll always be my president. Of course, we're talking about Barack Obama. And there have been rumors that the two of them have split up, which would be devastating to the entire world, because we just kind of hold them up as being that beautiful black couple that is a powerhouse of note.
Yeah, they were like the bar.
Exactly.
That's the inspiration right there. Come on,
100%.
guys.
Well, we can't get sad just yet, because she has mentioned that even though she hasn't been at every single public appearance, they're still very much together. She has just exercised her agency and her free will to say, I don't have to be at every single appearance that my man is at. And so you'll see me when you see me, but that isn't to say that we are not together.
Oh, wow. Interesting stuff. I'm always so curious to see how these modern day breakups or agreements to split. I don't know what you call it. It's very interesting to me, but I love that the fact that it can still be amicable. You can still be adults about it, and there is somewhat of a win-win situation.
Absolutely.
If you are honest with your partner. Great one there,
I love that, but we are, of course, still seeing more of our president and our first lady going forth, and we hope them the best going forward. Well, that is where we leave your entertainment news. Thank you so much for being in, entertaining me, Ryle.
Listen, we're going to be keeping the entertainment box ticked right now. We've got lots of entertainment coming your way. Obviously, Jason Oosthuizen is standing by. He's got the entire band out here. I don't know if you're a Led Zeppelin fan, but I absolutely love their music, and especially the one, what was that, like Stairway to...
Stairway to Heaven.
I love that song so much. So if you love it as much as I do, if you can't remember exactly how it goes, listen, we're going to give you a front row seat to get the cheers, the excitement, and everything right after this.
I love that.
Yeah, don't go anywhere.
Yeah, deliciousness also waiting for you on the other side of this. Let's get into some breakfast. We'll see you now.
Bring flavor to the table with Mrs. Balls this holiday season. Use the hashtags Mrs. Balls and bring your flavor to the table. So grab your favorite Mrs. Balls chutney, get creative in the kitchen, and let's bring the flavor to the table.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back. Your feel-good breakfast show. A reminder, it's not Friday, it's only Monday, but I don't blame you because it's feeling so incredible, and I think that incredible is going to carry on right now.
Oh my goodness, you think I know. I can't wait for this. A Led Zeppelin tribute. Incredible musicians within the South African space standing by to just take it to the top. I think this Monday can definitely get kick-started on the right notes.
Let's go.
Hey guys, I'm Sito. This is Albert Frost. That's Chris van der Walt and Dean Barrett on keys. And we are in the Led Zeppelin tributes. And this is Stairway to Heaven.
There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. When she gets there, she knows if the stores are all closed, with a word she can get what she came for. There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure, 'cause you know words sometimes have two meanings. In a tree by the brook, there's a songbird who sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are misgiven. Makes me wonder. And it makes me wonder. There's a feeling I get when I look to the west, and my spirit is crying for leaving. In my thoughts I have seen rings of smoke through the trees, and the voices of those who stand looking. And it makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. And it's whispered that soon, if we all call the tune, then the piper will lead us to reason, and a new day will dawn for those who stand low, and the forest will echo with laughter. And it makes me wonder.
The next song we're going to do is Ramble On.
Leaves are falling all around. This time I was on my way. Thanks to you, I'm much obliged. Such a pleasant stay. Now it's time for me to go home. The autumn moon lights my way. But now I smell the rain and with it pain, and it's headed my way. Oh, sometimes I grow so tired. There's only one thing I gotta do now. I've got to ramble on. The time is now, now's the time to get along. I'm gonna find my way, I'm gonna find my girl. I'm on my way. It's been this way 10 years till the day I'll ramble on. Find the queen of all of my dreams. Got no time for spreading roots. Time has come to be gone. And though our health we drank 1,000 times, it's time to ramble on. Tell no lie. Mine's a story that can't be told. My freedom I hold dear. How years ago, in days of old, when magic ruled the air, it was in the darkest depths of mortal I met a girl so fair. Girl, and the evil one crept up and slipped away with her. Oh yeah. Oh, nothing I can do, no. I guess I'll just keep on rambling. Thank you.
It's like we there.
Right? Oh my goodness. Cool. Led Zeppelin, is that you? Oh, that was too good. A tribute to the great of the great with the greats in studio. Please, gents, take a bow for us. So well deserved. That was absolutely incredible. Absolutely love that. Ramble on and Stairway to Heaven.
I loved it. It's my favorites. I'm officially happy. Monday couldn't get better, but believe me, it actually is, because we're still going to be doing some quick fire questions with one of our SA superstars, Jason Oosthuizen, who you've seen earlier. And we've spoken about him, but let's put him on a spot with some pressure.
Oh, I like that. And then we get to take the pressure to the kitchen. We still have to make a shakshuka with Mrs. Balls. My mouth is already watering. That lies for you on the other side of this. Don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, Mzansi, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And Monday has not felt this good in a long time. And we're going to keep those feelings going on. Because Jason Oosthuizen is still with us in the building. He's joining us now in the hot seat to play some quick fire questions. We've heard about him. We've seen some of the band perform. But now let's get into the good stuff. Bro, you ready for this?
I don't know.
I don't want you to think at all. Just give me the first thing that comes to your head, all right?
That could be dangerous, but okay, cool. Let's...
Remember, it's a family show, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get straight into that. Look here, first things first. Best thing about living abroad?
You don't have to lock your front door.
Oh, that's a good answer. Favorite part about performing live?
The adrenaline rush. It's always, you know, you don't know what's going to happen, and then also when it's done, it can't be repeated.
Do you still get nervous?
No, not really.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice, all right. What feature is like yours from your new Baba? Like, can you see anything, any characteristics coming through? Beautiful eyes, maybe?
I mean, we're about the same height. That's about
Perfect
it.
answer, man. Okay, what's the highlight been of your career so far? And you can't use Baba here, because that's the easy
Highlight
answer.
of my career, I've definitely been very fortunate enough to travel like a lot of parts of the world. And then definitely opening for Metallica was one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's huge, bro. Unbelievable. And well done on that again. How do you prepare for each show? Do you have like a ritual or like a custom or something you do?
We just talk a lot of rubbish backstage and have a few drinks and just sort of, you don't really know. Like sometimes there'll be some random guy that walks in and he goes, "Hey, do you remember in 2012 I saw you here?" And you're like, yeah. Okay, cool, we gotta go now. And then
You've got a whole performance coming up.
Yeah,
so you don't
yeah.
have like a favorite sandwich or a food that you eat every day on your performance days?
No, definitely not.
No, like a special breakfast?
No, I would love to say I had a pair of socks that I would wear on the show day, but unfortunately
Jason, you
I don't.
just show up, bro. Just ready always.
Just pull in, yeah.
Okay, let's keep it going, man. Favorite food that you've learned to like in the UAE? Something new that you didn't think you would?
Pani puri.
What is that? Pani puri?
Pani puri. I think
Yeah?
it's like a Indian kind of dish,
Uh-huh.
but it's like this little crispy, thin layered thing where they put like avo and mango inside, and then you pour this mint kind of thing inside, and you eat it in one go. It was, yeah.
Well, that sounds good. Is it like baked or cooked? Is it a fresh thing?
It's like a little deep fried couplet kind of thing. I'm the worst at explaining it, but
Wow.
I'm very good at eating them.
We need to make that on the show. Say that again. What is it called?
Pani puri.
Pani puri. All right. Let's keep moving on. What do you love most about your fans?
I don't really know the fans too well. It's kind of weird. As you get older, they seem to get younger.
Okay, yeah.
And then, we actually played last night in Stellenbosch, and there was from like a very young kid to 60, 70-year-olds.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so it's quite weird. There's quite a big...
well, that's cool, man. That shows that there's like
quite a big canvas to paint.
Yeah,
with, you know,
and everybody loves your music. Age is not necessarily a boundary as well.
No, definitely not.
I love that.
I think now with venues, like there's quite a lot of under 18, places where you can play where I think...
Oh, that's cool.
Back in the day, there was sort of only that 18 and over.
That was never option for me, man. I had to wait till I was a full-on adult before I enjoyed good tunes like yours. That's awesome. Listen, let's carry on with this one.
Cool.
Van Coke Cartel.
Yes.
Unknown fact. Share one with me, can you? On the spot.
Sure, I actually don't know.
You don't know anything?
No, because
Nothing?
you say it's a family show. So.
Yeah, okay, that's a good answer. We'll keep it there.
Yeah.
Touring or a low-key show, what do you prefer?
So I love being on the road, and when I'm on the road, I want to be home. But when I'm at home, I want to be on the road. It's this very weird thing. But I am definitely a road dog, I think.
Is it?
I'm definitely a road dog. I definitely love being out on the road, and yeah.
I can just imagine some of the crazy stories that you must have on the road. We've got to set up a campfire moment, bro, so you can share some of that with us.
Done deal.
Last one.
Yes.
And put some thought into this one, right? What is the one thing you hope fans can take away from your music? And I think this plays into the reason as to why you even write your music. What are you hoping to get out of it or resonate with people from it?
I mean, I think from Zeppelin and Brian, well, from a tribute show, let's put it on that, is I think everybody relates to a song or an album, which is kind of takes them back to a certain time.
Yeah.
So I think if like everyone can come and then they can hear that one song, like Bryan Adams. There's probably so many engagements that took place to that music.
Yeah, dude.
And Zeppelin, a lot of children are probably
conceived.
Yeah, to that. So I think there's just a very wide spectrum of what people can take away from either show, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, man. And Bryan Adams, do you have any like favorites? I know he has a favorite song. Do you enjoy it? Enjoy his music?
I like Kids Wanna Rock. That's like a cool rock and roll song, but he's got amazing ballads.
Bro, I know we're not getting a lot of hearing your voice, and I know it's quite early in the morning. Can you maybe sing that for us?
I actually have the worst voice in the studio.
What? Come on.
It's bad, and especially now that Sito sang, it's like...
You say the bars, we said you're going to stick to the drums rather, right?
Yeah, drums, no problem, but yeah.
Listen, Jason, thanks for coming through, man. Thanks for bringing all these incredible artists with you. It's been an incredible Monday, making me literally feel like it's a Friday, and I'm grateful that we get to play them out as well. So thank you for coming through, sharing your energy, and coming back to South Africa. Appreciate you, bro.
Best place ever.
Yeah, it is indeed. And one better place than this right now might just be the kitchen, because I believe it's heating up, and Carissa's got the goods. What's happening, lady?
Oh man, he said he loves South Africa. Well, we're going to take a South African twist on a classic that I absolutely love, because they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So why not make it the most flavorful too? Now today we're making a deliciously spiced jalapeno chutney shakshuka. Now this one is inspired by one of our standout competition entries from Tembisa Theodoraki, and it's got all the comfort of a classic shakshuka, but with a bold Mzansi twist thanks to Mrs. Ball's jalapeno chutney. And then also we're adding some boerewors into it too. So to me, that just is peak South African. Another South African we got to bring in is Mr. Raul. Show me the money.
Yeah. Listen, all you got to show me is two incredible words, Mrs. Balls and shakshuka.
Come on.
Come on now. This
what
is incredible.
A combo. All right, let's get into
How are we
it,
doing
right?
this?
I'm going to let you handle that,
Cool,
and I'm going to throw in. We're going to go with some papriks. That is onion, red pepper, and garlic with olive oil.
Okay, thank you.
Some papriks.
Nice. So there's a proper shakshuka, getting some heat in this one.
Exactly.
I know a lot of people actually add like chili and crazy stuff to this as well, depending on your heat
add a little
factor.
bit, just a little bit.
It depends on your liking. I think that's something you could also do if you don't know people's strength options. Add the chili on the side. Afterwards. That's a great one, especially if people can't handle the heat.
All right, so we're going to cook up our spices. You know you have to let the spices actually not be raw. Cook through with cumin as well as coriander. It's going to bring in some savoriness, some deliciousness.
Oh, I can literally see and smell the change in this one. It's got a warmth to it. There's a vibrance as well. Not too zesty, but definitely rounding on the nose.
I'm going to let you put as much spice as you want. Do you want all of it?
Let's just go like half of that.
Half of that.
Let's be nice.
Okay.
The rest you can
That was
add on
maybe
at the
3/4,
end.
but yeah. You're right, because when you cook up chili, it does actually get a bit stronger. So let's be a little bit gentle on that. And then we're going to go in with canned tomato, because who's got time to chop up tomatoes? Not us.
I like this. Convenience coming through. Nicely done. In this day and age, who has the time for it?
Exactly.
And we do have the time to eat. That's
Yes,
something
we
we're
do.
always making time for. But wow, this is coming together perfectly. I can almost imagine the sauce caramelizing in a weird way. Getting the shakshuka to really come to life here is what is best.
I love that. So usually, you know, you would add some sugar to tomatoes to cut out the acidity. But because we have Mrs. Balls, it already adds the sweetness for you, and extra spice as well. But jalapeno spice is not like chili spice. It's just a really delicious kick. A little bit of a something, right?
It's a good kick, yeah.
Yeah, let me smell. And this Mrs. Ball's jalapeno chutney brings the perfect blend of sweetness, heat, as well as tang. And it's the perfect idea for adding some nice depth to any dish. So I'm going to just go ahead and add, they say 2 tablespoons, but I'm going to let the ancestors lead me. Come on.
We don't have to listen.
I hope you won't be disappointed.
A couple chugs. So
Come
yes, there is a
on.
recipe, of course, from Zanzibar. But listen, we have fallen in love with Mrs. Balls and realized that it doesn't matter if you kind of add a little bit extra in. No one's going to complain. And it works so perfectly putting this all together. Look at
the
that.
smell alone will send you to heaven, man.
Yeah.
It is also, which is exciting, available in multiple sizes, from the pantry staple, which we know and love, to the party-ready bottle for your crowds to enjoy. It is versatile, it is easy to use, and you can stir it into sauces, also marinate meats with it. So delicious, or spice up eggs like we're doing today. And of course, as we know, as Mzansi proud South Africans, this one too is proudly South African and crafted with flavor in mind. It's just a heritage brand that has stood the test of time since 1912.
What?
Can you imagine?
Wow.
Our ancestors also used to absolutely love this, as we are having it today.
And I'm like getting inspiration of getting outdoors, right? So I've been trying to do a lot of like crazy things in the mountain, you know, the pancakes.
Yes.
This for me is like the ultimate breakfast in the bush. Or breakfast in the mountain or overlanding. You pull out like anything, a campfire, you get the gas stove, it doesn't matter. I love how easy it is to make around a campfire, around the stove, because it's a one-pot wonder. You literally start adding ingredients, everybody starts sitting around, you start sharing stories.
And then you get the bread and everybody dips in.
You jumped the gun. I
Sorry, I couldn't wait.
You're nailing it, absolutely. Diving into all this ambiance, all this good stuff, and the smell I'm getting from this, I'm wondering to myself, why have I never thought of using Mrs. Bulls in a shakshuka before? I could kick myself, but no longer, because the world has finally changed, and I'm gonna do something special on my next trip. This is definitely gonna be on the list. And
am I invited?
Yeah, come through, guys. It's gonna be a perfect breakfast. Just make sure that you got your adventure hat on.
I like
it's gonna
that.
Be a proper one.
Make some wells for me, and then I'll put the eggs
yes.
in.
How many eggs are we doing here?
4 eggs.
Right, let's make 4 wells.
This is also a trick to make sure you don't crack your eggs in there.
Yes.
And the yolk stays as the yolk should. Crack it in a bowl.
I sometimes would just crack them straight on top, and then you also notice that, oh my word, I'm not on an even surface.
You know what I mean?
Or something crazy happens like that.
Then the eggs look bad.
All 4 eggs combine on the one side in the corner. And then someone gets eggs with their shakshuka, and someone just gets the shakshuk.
The shakshuk of the shakshuka.
I got shaksed.
Okay, one more.
One more well coming up here, and this is looking well perfect, I must say.
Not even a dad, but you got the dad jokes. All right, there we go. I realize I'm a great egg cracker. Look at that.
You are. I don't see any shells in this.
Nah.
It looks perfecto.
Okay,
I think I'm just going to turn the heat down just a little bit on this one. And then I think what you can do, I love the fact that if you just let this simmer now, you pop the lid on top. It gives you that perfect sort of runny yellow, but not too hard. Otherwise, otherwise, if you cook it without the lid, I start to notice that you have to cook it so much that the yellow just gets hard. So depending on how you like your shakshuk, that's how you want to kind of finish it off. You can add a lid, let it simmer, and let it just really work itself through. Or if you like your eggs hard, then just keep it going.
No, be on the right side of history. Don't do that. And what's nice is that the residual heat will also cook it. So you could turn it off and put the thing
I'm
on.
going to actually do just that. Yeah.
And then you could also put it in the oven, but then, you do risk getting really hard.
That's a good idea,
Right, ready? You ready? Let's dish some. This is the final dish.
Yum.
And it looks absolutely... So we've also put some boerewors, feta, some coriander.
You're showing off here.
And then we're just going to go straight in.
Add some of that puree on mine as well. Guts to have it.
A little bit of
And listen, let me talk about the nutritional boxes being ticked here as well. We've got some good carbs, good fats from the egg. We've got great protein as well. And then the flavor, the main ingredient right here, obviously with Mrs. Balls coming through and just making me realize that there's so much more that can be done. Oh, is this a lovely toasted brioche? How are we doing this actually?
You got to break the yolk first.
Oh, you're doing it like the authentic way.
Yeah, were you trying to use a spoon?
I was trying to be all cultured and stuff.
Oh, come on.
I forgot my roots for a second there.
For where?
Right. Shakshuk, cheers.
Shakshuk, cheers.
You ready?
Almost. I actually didn't need a spoon now. Boom. Cheers. Okay.
Listen. Can I just talk about the sweetness coming through from Mrs. Balls? I'm so used to such a tomatoey shakshuk.
Quite tart, actually.
Yes.
But this one just adds the richness of the
Why have I not done this before?
I know.
Why have you not done this before, Mzansi? Honestly, this is incredible. Steak blachang. Have it whichever way you want it. It doesn't matter. I love this chutney, and yes, we're talking about chutney right now, the hero ingredient, and I think if you add it to anything, actually it would be amazing. I need to get some more of this.
Please do. Absolutely delicious. Personally, this is getting an 11 out of 10 from me.
An 11? Yeah. I think with the fact that there's nutrition coming through, and this is actually pretty healthy, especially if you're going to get a nice adventure or a hike on after this. Wow.
Wow.
I'm going to give it 11 as well. It's official.
Show us a non-TV bite. Please, you got to get it in.
I thought you'd never ask.
Okay, go for it. Yes! And that's exactly how you have to eat it. There you have it. My goodness. An excellent way to spice up your next meal. And huge shout out to Tembisa Theodora Xako for getting this ready for us. The inspiration is here. 11 out of 10 for you. And remember that you could be our next recipe feature.
Wow.
There's still time to enter the Mrs. Ball's Bring Flavor to the Table competition and win your share of 40,000 Rand. Let's get into that as we continue tucking into this.
Can I just grab that whole...
That's for you. It's all yours.
This is insane.
Bring flavor to the table with Mrs. Ball's this holiday season. Show us how you use Mrs. Ball's chutney in your holiday meals and you could win a share of 40,000 Rand. It's easy. Just comment on the competition post with your dish on Facebook and X. On Instagram, share your creation to your feed and tag us both. Don't forget to use the hashtags Mrs. Balls and bring your flavor to the table. So grab your favorite Mrs. Balls chutney, get creative in the kitchen, and let's bring the flavor to the table.
Oh, as we continue delving into this good stuff, I mean, you cannot eat this actually on camera. You need some privacy, Raul. We'll give it to you. So let me tell you what is still to come as we get into an ad break around the corner. We still have another beautiful, beautiful tribute to Led Zeppelin coming your way. I can't wait to get into that. Not only that, I know Raul's anticipating, I know. We also have a chance for you to win some more money. So Raul, I think your time is right now. In 3, 2, 1.
TV bite, let's go.
Yes! That's exactly how you gotta eat it. Delicious.
For over 78 years, Vital has been a trusted South African health and wellness brand. Vital is committed to producing the finest vitamins, minerals, and supplements to support a healthier, more vibrant life. Now, you could be one of 4 winners of a Vital hamper plus 2,500 Rand cash. Complete the steps on the competition post pinned to the top of Vital's Facebook page to enter. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, I'm Zanzi. Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show on a Monday. It's never felt this good, and we've been stumbling on so much good stuff. Incredible talent, conversations, inspirational athletes, and then there's this.
Very interesting choice that we've made this morning. Just to say good morning to you. We thought, you know what, we've been speaking about AI for so long. Why not put AI to the test and see what Graham Richards looks like through the lens of AI?
And I saw this weekend. Literally every South African turned themselves into like an AI doll, but I didn't know that we did it out here in the Expresso studio. She looks amazing. Is this you, Carissa?
I got headphones, I got water, makeup, my Stanley Cup.
Obviously the music with
Come
the headphones. I
on.
like this look on you.
Okay.
You look good.
I think I might have worn that once.
Nice.
Who else?
Is this me?
Hey, Mr. Ryle.
Look how I look.
This is the dad version of Ryle. But you've got what? Some glasses?
Yeah, I love the accessories. Surfboard. I don't know, like half a dumbbell, only one side. Board shorts, because you know you always got to have this in Cape Town's weather. Just missing like a puffer jacket for the rain.
Yeah.
But nailed it.
I love that
nicely done.
the toes are
Who's
out.
next?
Zanele!
This literally is Zanele. This is perfect. Oh, my
Body,
word.
yaddy, yaddy. She looks amazing. Makeup,
Nicely
mic for
done.
her ready.
Look at the accessories.
He's got extra hair.
Wow, you guys did a great job of Carlitos. I
Let's
love
see.
this. And Ewan,
Ewan looks the most.
He actually looks a little bit like G-Man, I must say, but this is perfect for this guy. This is a guy's guy right here. You know how much he loves the leathers and the pike. He's got a proper Fally vibe to him as well. I think they nailed this one. Absolutely perfect. Ewan, shout out to you, bro. Miss you, man.
Love that. Well, you can
Nicely done.
continue seeing this and getting involved across our socials. You can find us at Expresso Show on Facebook and on Instagram, and let us know how you think we did in terms of our AI dolls. Do we look like them? Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But listen, when it comes to money, there's not just a little bit to be won, a big load of it. And this is your chance to win big when you play the Daily Lotto for an estimated 500,000 Rand in jackpots this Monday. The only question is, what are you waiting for? Because there's so many options to do it.
They really are. Right now, stores are open, so go ahead and buy them. Otherwise, there's the website, nationallottery.co.za. You have on your phone the mobile app. You have the option of cell phone banking, or you could simply just dial *120 *7529#, and that, of course, is for USSD.
Yeah, and it gets even easier because we put these details on our Expresso social media pages, so you can go check them out right now, and that will allow you to panda, push up, play the Daily Lotto for an estimated 500,000 Rand in jackpots today. And that only means that you can be winning big, but only if you play him, Zanzi.
Yes,
so get involved in this
please.
one.
Well, speaking about zing playing now, we got to get into yet another tribute to Led Zeppelin. Our guys are standing by, giving us something great to get into our Monday. Take it away.
Hey, I'm Cito, and this is The Gang, and we're gonna do Going to California.
Spend my days with a woman unkind, smoked my stuff and drank all my wine. Made up my mind, make a new start, going to California with an aching in my heart. Someone told me there's a girl out there with love in her eyes and flowers in her hair. Took my chances on a big jet plane. Never let them tell you that they're all the same. Oh, the sea was red and the sky was gray. Wondered how tomorrow could ever follow today. The mountains and the canyons started trembling and shake. Children of the sun begin to wake. Seems that the breath of the gods got a punch on the nose and it's starting to flow. I think I might be sinking without a king. They say she plays guitar and cries and sings. La 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 la. Ride a white mare in the footsteps of dawn, trying to find a woman who's never, never, never been born. Standing on a hill in my mountain of dreams, telling myself it's not hard, hard, hard as it seems.
Another feel-good production.